Anyway, in the last session, don't know if you remember what happened, but it started off and you had like a little 2-week time gap where you got to go to some shopping and do some little things like that, and Firion went and explored the Crispvale thicket for a few days. You also bought some stuff for Gertrude's, what's that word for the fruit thing, Kieran? Preserving, that's it. So you did that. Let me get a little session notes up. And then Blossom you interviewed your new staff, Batista and Rick Aliek and Poppy, and Blossom wanted Batista to make him a blackberry Bucks Fizz. And then
oh yeah, a cocker.
Yeah, a cocker. Gertrude sent some notes to the Cobalt Soul and her sister, and set up a little garden outside the cave. And she got some books to learn about pumpkins and stuff. She got advantaged onto rolls to grow pumpkins now. And then eventually, after the 2 weeks were up, you guys decided to head down into Huppadook after being contacted by the Starosta, who informed you that there had been an incident in the town and a number of people had been in the city and a number of people had been murdered. And she suspected that, based on the fact the mines had also been taken over and the evidence of the wounding, that she suspected that an illegally transported rust monster had somehow got its way into the city, but had gotten loose and killed people on its way before setting itself up inside the mines and seemingly setting up a brood of sorts. So you investigated and you went to a number of different warehouses, where eventually you came across a man who you bribed, who said that sometimes if people need things in the city, then things show up at a well-known figure in Huppadook, the Sparkhammer family, who run a number of warehouses in the northwest side of the city. So you went to explore there, and you confronted one of the workers there, who revealed to you that after some pushing, that they do sometimes move certain contraband, but he was pretty unwilling to get too involved with it, and just told you that he is basically the guy who just moves the boxes from one place to another and doesn't ask any questions. So after that, you decided to head down and see if you could clear out these mines of any of the rust monsters. So that's where we begin our session. And let me move you across to the Huppadook map. So you slowly make your way through the iron lot streets, down southwards towards the Silberhall mines. And as you do, you get closer. You see a older male gnome who appears to be arguing with a small collection of local Crownsguard. As you get closer, you can hear he's like, "Can't believe they haven't cleared the mines already. Considering its importance to the workflow and given the new demands since the war started, it should be done already." And they're like, calm down. He's like trying to calm him down as you approach. Do any of you say anything to this man?
So this guy is saying about the mines being cleared.
Yeah, he seems frustrated that the mines have not been cleared already. You also hear him going. He's like, he seems like particularly upset, and he's like saying that one of my workers is trapped down there. You know, the Crown's Guard should be sending people down there. You need it for your war effort, and you need to protect the citizens of this city. And they're just kind of ignoring him and not saying anything. Like they're trying to just keep the peace, sort of thing.
Yeah. So they're right in front of us. How far away are they?
Yeah, you can. They're within hearing at this point, so you're pretty close as you're moving. You've moved up close to the sort of entryway of this mine now, which is like a. You can see like the cliff itself has sort of been built into with these like large and like curved steel doors that hang over with rock hanging over slightly that have been built into the side of the mountain, and there's a number of different like sort of studs, like metal studs around the outside of the door, and it looks maybe about 20 feet high, this door in total. As you're getting close, you can see him arguing with these group of local Crownsguard outside of there.
Gertrude would just whisper to Blossom, like, maybe we should go clear the mines now.
Oh yeah, we should. So right, Mr. Man, we're going into the mines right now. So if your friend is not eaten by the rust, then we'll find him, I guess.
You going down there, are you?
Yeah. You want to come?
No, not really. I'm not really. Don't want to mess with any rust monsters. I'm the foreman, though. Name's Anders Gearguard, and he kind of puts out his hand to shake towards you.
She puts her hand out. What's a foreman?
He kind of looks at you like a bit like, really? And he's like, oh shit, she's actually being serious. And he's like, you know, like I run the mine. I'm in charge of the workers and whatnot.
Like the boss.
Exactly. So they finally sent someone, have they? And he kind of looks back at the Crown's Guard. She's like, are these just ones just picking up after your work that you should be doing? And they're just like, kind of, one of them kind of rolls their eyes. He's like, don't you roll your eyes at me?
I mean, probably a bit both, to be honest.
Well, if you're going down there, then you be careful. There's plenty of handful. I've seen them myself. There's, at least seen 2 of them.
Oh, are they cute?
No, definitely not, lass.
Oh, they must be baddies then.
They're quite disgusting, to be honest. Quite dangerous creatures. You ever encountered a rust monster before, any of you?
No.
Well, it's the last thing you want to see.
No, Firion might have. Firion, you've seen lots of ugly creatures, right? So maybe you know.
I haven't seen one up close. You said you had a friend down there.
Aye, I do. Gotkis, his name is. Gotkis Pipesteel. Hasn't been seen since the bloody brood moved in. He's a type that, gets started early in the mornings. He's probably got himself trapped down there, knowing his luck.
Gnome?
Yes, another gnome.
Alright.
Give us the layout of the mine.
Yes, of course. As you go in, there's you got the elevator. You go down head into the main section of the mine. Probably only a few minute journey.
Could the rust have affected the mechanism for the elevator?
Kind of shrugs. He's like, possibly. I'd be careful if I were you.
Does it have elevator music? There was one time I went into an elevator and there was a bard playing in the elevator. It was amazing. It was really luxurious.
I think that's big city stuff, lass. You can places like Wrexham and Zadash for that.
No, I was just wondering.
Anyway, and he turns towards Gertrude. He's like, you got the living quarters off of sort of the main track that goes up, and you've got the forge area, you got the kitchen area, all kind of in a similar place, and then once you got past there, that's when the mine really opens up. There's got a bunch of different projects we've been working on. We've been clearing out some gold ore at the moment, but mostly been dealing in other kinds of ores like irons and metals for the war effort.
So, and which area was your friend working in?
He's usually up in nearer the gold section side, but that's in the far west side of the mine. But knowing his luck, if he's still alive, he's probably dead, to be honest, lass. But I'd like to recover his body for his family.
I guess I've seen rust monsters eat ferrous metals, so It's less likely to be in the gold ore.
Indeed. Maybe he's hiding up there, or he might be hiding in my office. My office is near the kind of main iron ore area on the west side, so you might find him in there.
Or maybe he's sitting in your chair. A lot of people do that when there's office chairs.
I hope not. Stinking up the chair, the bloody bastard. Kind of sighs like a sad sigh. He's like, well, if you're going in there, good luck to you. I hope you do better than these lot, who are just sitting around doing nothing all day, as far as I'm concerned.
She looks over at the guards. You do look like you're standing around.
One of them just kind of looks towards you like, move along, please.
Okay.
Had we reported back to the Sarosta?
No, you hadn't.
Okay. Maybe we should report to the Sarosta first and then go down the mine.
But the mine's right here. Look, there's a big door. Well, you can if you want. You're clever, Gertrude. Maybe there's a reason why we do that first.
If she looks around. No, it's okay. We won't die down there.
Bloody well hope not.
No, we won't. We're amazing, Mr. Man. We're really good.
Because if you do die down there, and he kind of looks towards the guards like, I'm sure they won't bloody recover your body for weeks.
I suppose there's not much of me and Blossom to recover, but Firion might take longer.
He's like, the guy kind of walks off slightly and he's like, good luck to you.
Bye. And she walks up to the door.
Okie doke. The guard try and stop you initially, but I assume one of you holds out the little symbol that you'd been given.
Yeah.
The little badge.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, apologies. Have you been sent to deal with the issues?
Well, yeah, that's what I just said. Were you not listening, Mr. Boob?
Not really. I've had a long day.
Long day standing around.
She kind of sighs slightly and then kind of rolls her eyes like, if you're going in, then feel free.
Okay.
Point. Do we have any idea how the war's going?
Last thing you heard from the town crier was that, let me just quickly get my notes open to make sure I'm not misspeaking. The most recent things is you heard that, like last week there was the Kryn staged another attack on this time on the Rockguard garrison. The initially what started the war was the attack on the Ashguard garrison. And in the attack on the Rockguard garrison, they killed over 80 righteous brand soldiers. And then more recently, this last week, as the Empire split their forces between defending both the garrisons, the Kryn staged an underground attack on from the Bloodwalk to a town called Talonstad. And supposedly citizens of the Empire have either been captured and over 30 people were killed.
Okay. Thank you.
That's all right. So are you heading down into the mine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okie doke. So, the narrow... Well, let me move you over first, actually. I'll tell you where to drag your stuff out in a second. Alright.
As they go in, Blossom's like, oh, I was only joking. I was laying around doing nothing. It's actually really tiring.
You sound like you speak from experience.
Well, I do. There was a whole week where I had nothing to do. It was really tiring. I was tired every day.
Is that when you learned the word luxurious?
Oh no, that was my other mum, Joy, because she went to a big city one time, and she said that they had so many luxurious things and that's when I learned the word, because she said luxurious things.
Varian doesn't say anything more.
Did you learn any words from the book?
Not yet, but I'm sure I will learn lots of words from that book.
Well, I can't. Well, just kind of like looks up and away.
So, as the narrow path gradually descends for hundreds of feet, leading you from the streets of Huppadook and deep into the Silverhall mines, ever-burning torches you see as you reach the bottom sit on either side of this passage, lighting the dusty orange-coloured rock. And you eventually...
Sorry, where am I putting the things?
Don't yet, I'll put them out for you in a second.
Yep.
Eventually, though, you make your way towards a large room which contains a series of winch lifts. You see heavy iron minecarts sit at the top, a number of the lifts, almost as if they are eagerly waiting to be put back into use deeper within. There is one larger winch lift in the centre of the room that's wooden floor is marked with coal-stained boot prints. And you all rightly assume that this is probably the way the miners make their way down into the mine itself. Do you guys step onto the lift and head down?
Yes.
Gertrude would poke it with a stick and see if she can see like the mechanism, like the chain that balance it.
Do me an investigation check, Gertrude.
He doesn't want to fall down the fucking mine.
Okay, with that, Gertrude, you do notice that the mechanism has been slightly eroded at the top. You think with that investigation check that you think that it works, but also that this could give way at some point, especially when it's being put under a lot of pressure to either move up or down initially.
She'd be like, it looks like the mechanism's been corroded. I'm not sure if it's by the rust monsters. Could she tell if it was by the rust monsters or not?
Do a nature check. It's a very low DC.
Oh, that's me, Grub. Be right back.
Yeah, almost definitely. You know, Gertrude, that this is the work of a rust monster. You think?
Oh. She'd be like, I think it's the rust monster, but Firion looks like he's eating at the moment.
The rust monster? Where?
I think it's
That
been
rust monster?
I think it's been eating the chain blossom.
Oh. She steps on the thing. Look.
It holds your weight. Looking up at it, Gertrude, you can see it's not like it's putting massive amounts of pressure on it.
Maybe we should go up and down one time.
She's like looking around to see where Gertrude's looking, where it's rusted.
You can look up and you see that part of the chain has kind of been like corroded through.
Oh, you mean that bit up there, Gertrude?
Maybe if we send the lighter, you then me, then Firion, it should hold. But if we all go on at the same time, it might give way.
So one at a time. This could take ages.
If we stepped on it together, we could go down very fast, but we might not
Oh.
survive.
Fast is good, though.
It's not if it's splattered on the floor.
Oh no, you don't want to be splattered on the floor. That would be bad. Okay, I'll go first then.
Okay, you step onto it. There's a large lever inside the lift that's kind of strapped into the side of the contraption itself that you can kind of like pull and push, depending which way you want to make the chain go.
Gertrude, when I get to the bottom, should I be sneaky?
I think so. We don't know what's down there.
Yeah, I'll be really sneaky.
Okay, so you push the lever, Blossom?
Yep.
And you feel the lift slowly make its way down. And as you do, like, you go out from being in this fairly brightly lit room with the orange clay rock, and slowly the rock, as you go down, the passage gets darker and the rock gets even darker itself, seemingly more hard and more
She waves to everyone and down.
like bedrock down. But slowly and surely you make your way back down, And you arrive.
She's
at the
going down
bottom.
by herself.
She is.
We found out that the chain was corroded from the rust.
Yep.
So Gertrude was like, maybe we should send the lightest and the second lightest, and then the heaviest.
Okay, yeah, Firion would agree.
So eventually, Blossom, you arrive at the bottom of the floor, and I'll drag your token out for you. Into the bottom right-hand corner of the map. You hopefully should be able to see.
No.
No, let me try and fix that then. Maybe because I updated your token and forgot to give it vision. Yeah, I did. What about now?
Yep, I can see a little square.
Yeah, there we go. Let me quickly update that for you. There we go.
Looks around. Didn't see anything. Is this whole bit the lift or just this bit?
So that big metal thing is the lift itself, yes. So I assume you slowly but surely send the lift back up and down to retrieve the rest of the party. So I will drag the rest of you out down here. There's Gertrude, and finally there is Firion.
Firion!
Hope we don't have to get out of here in a hurry.
Oh no.
I feel like a parasite burrowing through the body of a beast.
Sasquatch symmetry, Firion.
I'd like a pinworm or a tapeworm.
Pinworm. But pinworm with tools, and he like gestures towards the mine carts and the lift and such.
Gertrude slightly looks at Blossom when he say pinworms, and then the door.
So as you come down into this room, you see on sconces on the wall there's two ever-burning torches that seem to just be... They don't seem to be dimming at all, have been affected by the lack of use recently.
Well, should we go down?
Yes, should we check out the side rooms first before going into the larger cavern?
There's side rooms?
He said something about a kitchen and
Oh, yeah. Okay. Step here. I can't see where I'm going.
It's very dark in there. So if you...
Oh.
Perhaps I should lead.
I could light my... Yeah, she's going to cast light on her quarterstaff.
Okie doke. What light does that give you?
2020.
Fantastic. We'll do that for you now. Now you should have 2020 light on you now. You should light up most of the passage ahead of you.
Firion, maybe you should go first and then Blossom in the middle and I'll go last with the light.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you slowly but surely make your way up this hard railing of metal and wood that's across the floor. Even Firion, I can imagine you like trying to avoid the metal as you step down
Yeah,
the
he'd
centre
be
path.
trying to step up on the wood and the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's keeping an eye out for any flakes of rust as well. See if he sees any.
Do me a I will say you would know, both of you. It's like they don't make rust themselves. They consume rust essentially. If that makes sense. They they nicknamed it for eating rust, I think.
Okay.
Oh, would you be looking at the tracks and seeing if they've been...
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely do a. I'd say just do a perception check. Anyone who wants to see if they can see. Yeah, Firion, you definitely would be able to see little signs of corrosion up the sort of left side of this rail.
It's
It's been this far up. Be on your guard.
Blossom's trying to walk along the tracks, back on the wall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Firion wants to try and sneak up to this point here.
Yep, so do me a stealth check for me. Okay,
Quail.
got that in mind.
Should we all do stuff?
If you're being stealthy, then sure.
Well, mostly stuff.
Damn, awesome. Big old modifier. Finally.
Hey! The worst
So
halfling roll.
you get to this point, Amphirin, and you see the path slightly turns off here, and there's a door on the right side of you.
Wooden?
Wooden, yeah. With like a iron handle.
Is there a keyhole?
Looks like one, yeah. Just below the iron handle. Looks like an iron kind of knocker to it as well.
Turns around and says quietly, "There's a door. It may be locked."
Oh. This is not the kitchen then. Why would they lock the kitchen?
To keep out rust monsters.
Oh, maybe.
Blossom.
Huh?
Or you.
Oh, me? No.
You know what us halflings are like.
I think we should take a look at the opening ahead before we open this door.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so moving up, rounding, you see a corner that eventually rounds into a long open passage, and just ahead of you can see a smaller room with a number of minecarts inside, that are almost like push ones, that have a number of sort of reddish, like refined bricks in them. It looks like, you're not exactly sure from this distance.
Seems clear. Perhaps we should try opening the door now.
Okay. Should I try and open it? Or do you want to open it?
Just see if it is locked.
She tries to open it.
It's unlocked.
Oh.
Do you open it?
Yeah, that's fair. Wants to do it.
Yeah, Firion will push past and open the door.
Inside you find a small room with 3 minecarts inside, all empty.
Seems bereft of anything interesting. Unless we wanted to put a minecart on the tracks.
Oh, that'd be really fun, Fear, and we should do that,
I
definitely.
immediately regret airing that thought.
Oh, that'd be so good. We could go flying around
We're
here.
not doing that. That's way too late.
Oh,
Do any of them look damaged, Firion?
It's a good. Firion would like to try and check they're damaged.
Do an investigation check from Fury.
7.
Hard to tell. Doesn't look like any obvious damage on them, to be honest. You think maybe the door shut, that they hadn't broken in here.
Okay. Seemed clean to me. As much as wrought iron can be.
perfect for carting around.
What sort of elevation is it, Lewis? Is it flat or is it coming down?
It's coming down.
So if we pushed it along,
It
if
would
we had to make a quick escape, it would roll down.
100% yes.
We could put one of them on the tracks, and if we have to escape quickly, we could ride it back.
Wait, is it going down further in?
Yes, going down further in. Sorry.
Oh, what is
Sorry, I didn't explain that very well.
Yeah.
No, but we could push it into them, and when we're escaping up this way, we push the thing, and it goes into them. So we go this way, and then the car gets pushed that way.
You would have also noticed, Firion, that when you looked around the corner, that it starts to sort of level out, sort of around up this area. Where I'm
Okay.
being.
So we go this way, Blossom. And then we politely ask the rust monsters to wait?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
They're good at waiting.
It does level out further ahead if we wish to take one of these.
Okay.
I guess we could use a cart if we wanted to draw them out. But so we're not surprising us.
It's true.
But what if we draw? What? How many are there?
You said 2, but there's probably more.
Well, if there's only 2, let's go get 'em.
Okay, you pushing onward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Feel free
Takes
to-
lead again.
You can see this passage, Firion, is gradually. What's the word? Not incline. Is it inclining? Downwards?
If it's going up, oh, down, declining.
Declining, thank you. Gradually declining downwards until, like I said, it gets to about this point and then it sort of levels out more here.
Okay.
You can see that there is a door to your left here. You could also see. Let me just quickly look on your vision. Yeah, you can wherever the sort of the I've made it so where the doors go in slightly. You can see that there's a door at each of these points.
Nice. Yeah, it's very clear. Before we proceed, do you wish to check the contents of carts in this room?
Oh,
Perhaps with your light, Gertrude, I struggle to pick out true colour in the dark.
I'll have a look.
Are they wooden?
They are
Picture.
wooden, yeah. Different from the other mine carts. They are. They look like they're more designed to be pushed by people, like just sort of around the mine itself. You'd think, just to move materials back and forth from the main track.
What's on them?
Currently, you see what looks like a bunch of refined different ores. It looks like there's metal ores, like iron ores and copper ores, things like that.
She wants to look if any of them have been eaten, and if there's any differentiation between which metals have been eaten.
Okay, yeah, do an investigation check for me. Hard to tell exactly, but I think it's not that hard to see that you can see both of them. Some of them have definitely been devoured. Some of them look like they got big, like chunks and all this, like this dripping, kind of oozy, kind of acid, like coming off the side of them, as if they've been corroded away. You could see that it looks like possibly the iron's been eaten a little bit more, but in general, you think that the copper and iron is quite in abundance equally, so. It's hard to tell exactly which has been eaten more. Maybe
Can
the
she-
iron, though.
With the sort of acid that was left,
Mm-hmm.
can she tell if it's fresh?
With an investigation of 10, I'll say it's hard to tell exactly. You think it's not dripping and like to the point where it's just happened, but you're not sure how long ago.
To Firion, she'll be like, Firion, it looks like they've been eaten, but I can't tell how long since it's been that way.
Well, it's good to know that they have spent some time up this end of things.
You think you'd also see in there, as well, Gertrude, a number of bits of coal, as well as what looks like gunpowder.
Should leave it, I think. Yeah.
Okey-doke.
We have a number of doors.
do you want to go in this door first? Or that door?
I guess we should check them so we aren't surprised.
Well,
But then last time we
okay.
went to the door, we knew it was a surprise and we still got surprised.
This one, please. Awesome.
Okay. Just gonna push it.
Okey-doke, it is unlocked, and it opens up. And you see a relatively empty room that has a number of torches on on one side of it, on the west side. And at the very bottom, you also see another door heading in further into the mine.
How boring, it's all empty and stuff.
Varian kind of shudders. Mining beneath the earth. It's like bees hollowing out a body, building their little kingdom within.
Before you like bees. Bees are not natural, aren't they?
They are. But they don't usually set up shop inside a body.
Not. Are you a trypophobic, Varian?
Tom knows what that means, but I say Firion doesn't. What does that mean?
People who have a fear of many little holes.
Not at all. I have a fear of coring out the earth that we stand upon, burrowing into the body of the planet.
Blossom looks at Gertrude for a second. She's like, oh, scared of many little holes? Or she's going to do a little minor illusion and create a disc with lots of little holes in it and show it to Virion.
Varian just laconically stares at it.
Okay, I don't think he's scared of the little holes.
Kind of rolls his eyes and pushes at this door with his staff.
There's something pretty grisly about what you said.
Yeah, also the door here, Firion, is like a full iron door compared to the wooden ones you've seen before.
He wouldn't do that then. Blossom.
Okay. Push the door.
It's locked.
Oh, this one's locked.
It does have a keyhole.
Is
Well,
there
I can
anything
try.
you can do about it?
I can try. Just gonna try and pick it.
Okay, do me a Thieves' Tools check, please. Doesn't work.
Phew. Oh my god, I'm lagging so bad. I'll try again.
Okie doke. It's a little bit harder. However, this time, Blossom, you do manage to clink, and this time it goes, you get the tumbler, goes up, clicks, open for you.
Oh, there we go. Push the door.
And you push it open, revealing what behind appears to be a small storage room filled with a number of different boxes and tables that have a number of different tools on it, unused pickaxes, and there's like shovels and other bits of rope and mining equipment all over. There's like a climber's kit on there.
Oh,
Heavy clothing and boots.
there's lots of clothes in here.
Gertrude, look at the door.
What are you looking for?
Well, he said it was iron, so
Yeah.
if it's been affected.
You can see that it's not.
It doesn't look like it's in this part of the complex. But then again, they probably would have eaten the door, so I guess we already knew that.
But,
Interesting that they haven't.
Sure, that's smart. Is this another door?
There's another door there, yep. I would also
it's
say
doors
that
everywhere.
there's a number of like closed boxes, like at the back here, and here, and here.
Open box.
Okie doke. Do you have anything to open it with?
My hands.
Make a strength check for me. But actually, you managed to clink and pull one of the tops off the box.
Yeah.
Inside this particular one, it's quite an unusual item, Blossom. You see like a small sphere of thick glass that sits in your hand and not too heavy at all. And as you touch it, it feels magical.
I found a magical glass ball. It's pretty cool. Wonder if it bounces.
I can have a look if you want, Blossom. See if I know what it is.
Does glass
You-
usually bounce, Blossom?
I don't know. This one's magical, so maybe. Can you tell if it bounces? Go through. Just give it to her.
Gertrude, take it. Can she do an Arcana check?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am.
You can certainly make one then. Oh, natural 20. Yeah, you instantly recognise this, and it makes sense why it would be here, Gertrude, that you realise this is a drift globe. You know that when you speak this command word of this item, that you can cause it to emanate the light or daylight spell. Once you use the daylight, effect can't be used again until the next dawn. So you think that perhaps they use it down the mine when exploring areas that haven't yet been explored.
They use these in the library all the time for reading when it's dark. This should be able to you should be able to make daylight with it.
That's pretty cool. Does it bounce, though?
Definitely not.
I wouldn't try it.
Oh. Well, that box was harder to open than I expected. You want to try the other boxes?
If you'd like, yeah.
She's just talking about to everyone in the room.
Gertrude looks at Tyrion.
As long as you understand we're borrowing things, Blossom.
Maybe.
Varian wants to... during their time down, has there been any wildlife to any little rats or spiders or anything?
Do a perception check for me.
2? Damn it. 7.
Haven't seen any.
Okay.
Try and open these boxes.
Yep, do another strength check for me. Too heavy this time though. Your little form can't push open the lids of these quite heavy boxes.
She looks over and is slightly embarrassed. She kind of conjures her mage hand to help her do it again.
Okie doke. We can try again if you like. It's a bit harder.
Should you help her like get her quarter staff and try and wrench it?
Okie doke with advantage then, Blossom, and strength check.
Oh,
Still, you can't get it open. Even do it together. These are quite tightly shut compared to the other one.
Gertrude, in frustration, is like, yeah, shite it! And, like, hits the box. Not with enough like force to do anything.
Blossom jumps on the box. She's like jumping up and down. Why won't you open?
we're quite done with pillaging hard-working people's goods.
Not yet, not yet. She's picks up a crowbar from the table. Assuming there is one.
Yeah, feel free to add a crowbar to your inventory.
Yep. Yeah, try and open the box again.
Okay, with advantage with the crowbar. However, it's still not enough, and this time the box falls off the thing as you try and just desperately open it, falls off the box that it's on top of, and lands right on your foot, Blossom. And it's just this heavy box, and you take...
That's what I get.
4 points of bludgeoning damage as it lands on your toe, and you're like, ow, ow, ow.
Well, at least a drift globe could be useful down here.
Certainly.
Oh, that hurt.
I would be confused if it didn't. Could you open that door, Blossom? Points at this one.
Try exaggeratedly limps over there.
Can you please have a look at it, Blossom?
You go to open it, Blossom, and it's locked again.
I see a pattern here.
I imagine we could probably get round the other side. Imagine it's locked on both sides.
Hmm. Well, we see. I'll try it now, and then we'll see.
Okay, thieves tools check for me if you're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily. Clink! Clicks it open once more, opening the door. Revealing what appears to be another empty room beyond.
I did it.
Well done.
She gives a little celebratory look towards Gertrude.
Gertrude smiles back at her, and she looks at the door on the way. See if they've been on this side as well. If they've been on this side.
Again, doesn't look like it. I will say, Firion, as you get to there, make a perception check for me.
Twelve.
You get a strong smell coming from here. It doesn't smell pleasant. You're not sure what it is.
From this direction.
Yeah, there's a door here, and behind, beyond the door, you get this kind of pungent smell. You're like, ugh.
He wrinkles his nose. There's something unpleasant through that door.
Maybe it's the kitchen.
Maybe it's the toilet.
Those are two potential options, yes. I think we should explore. He's gonna walk up and press against the door with his staff.
This time it is a wooden door, and it pushes open, and beyond reveals a toilet.
Oh, I knew it.
You see someone is going in there, and you can look into the toilet. It seems someone has done quite a nasty bit of business in there and not cleaned it up in most recent times.
Gertrude is like,
Is it fresh, Firion? It could be from the guy down here. He might not be dead.
Firion. Just gonna look at his equipment real quick. Firion's gonna take out his shovel
Okie doke.
and shovel some of the poop up.
Yeah.
See if it looks fresh or not.
Do an investigation check for me.
19.
Looks fairly fresh, maybe like a day old.
Perhaps a day gone.
when were they forced out of the mines?
The attack happened last night, I believe. Let me double check my calendar quickly, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that.
Do frost monsters use the toilet?
Apologies, taking it's being a bit slow.
I'm not sure, Blossom. It's logical to assume they excrete somehow.
They eat rust. I can't imagine what the excrement looks like. Guess it just be.
No. She looks down. We could be walking in it right now. We would not know.
You would know, Gertrude. It was essentially this seemed to happen last night.
So it could be the guy, but could just be. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I need to look in.
You have nothing to apologise for. And he leaves his shovel standing like a flagpole in the toilet.
Brilliant.
Pick another door.
This one is wooden once more.
That one?
He'll poke it with his staff.
And it reopens back onto the track. And you see a minecart before you, filled with lots of unrefined iron and copper ores. What do you think, Firion?
Kind of does a similar nose wrinkling to the toilet smell.
Mm-hmm.
Displaced wealth of the earth.
Earth is not wealthy. It's in a rich earth in my life.
Kind of glares down a bit, but then softens as he looks at Blossom's naive default facial expression. All wealth derives from the earth, Blossom.
Oh, really? But I've never seen the earth wear a top hat, like rich people do.
Where do you think the top hat comes from?
Oh. Does it come from the earth?
By a long way, but
Down here, Gertrude, looking further into the mine with your light on your staff, you can just about make out what appears to be the mine opening up from this sort of harder stone floor that is under your feet, under the tracks, and it goes into a kind of softer, kind of earthy ground. You can also just about make out what appears to be like a cart that's been damaged and broken, with a number of... You can't quite make out, but it looks like some materials have fallen out.
She'd say to Blossom,
I wouldn't wear any top hats. Blossom, they usually got lead in and it makes you go insane.
and she would have a look in this cart, see if any of that's been eaten as well.
Do an investigation check for me.
Whispers to Furion while you're doing that. So that must be why all the rich people are crazy.
100% lots of them have been eaten, Gertrude.
Oh, it looks like we're getting closer. It's just been feasted on.
Pyrian says to Blossom, one of many reasons. Bernie nods to Gertrude. Do you still think we should clear the rooms?
I just don't want anything sneaking up on us. So, yes?
He goes up to this door and gives it a prod with his staff.
Indeed, hold on, let me look for you. Opens up, there's a number of barrels inside. Looks like a storage room.
Another toilet, Furion.
I'm sure somebody's toilet.
Oh.
Nothing of interest.
Wait, what's in the barrels?
Don't know. I can't see through them. He steps back out.
Gertrude's interested in what's in the barrels.
No, you can try and open them if you like.
You try smelling next to him first.
Mm-hmm. Do a perception check for me.
Should be +2.
Yeah, so you would know that they smell... It smells kind of like a rocky, kind of methane-y kind of smell to it, I guess.
Ooh.
She was hoping it was like pickled eggs in a big barrel or something, but I think from that she might assume it's gunpowder and then leave it alone.
Blossom's like shaking one with a mage hand.
Doesn't seem to be anything rattling around in it. But Gertrude, you kind of look at Blossom like... Ah!
I thought it might be food with them, but I think it's gunpowder.
Oh. Well, that's boring.
More than boring if it went off.
Pyrian pokes this door.
Opens up. Inside, Pyrian, as soon as you open it, you see lots of broken furniture, wooden scattered all over the floor.
Signs of a struggle of some kind.
As you step to there, Pyrian, can you make a perception check for me?
Okay. 11.
Just check something. God, my internet's being so poop today. Apologies, friends.
Yeah, mine's been pretty weird. Mainly my browser.
Mine's
Yeah,
getting laggy.
yeah, it's my browser that's been. It must be Roll20 then.
Like my super internet doesn't get lag. It's like, oh.
Hopefully this will
Somebody
eventually
say
load up.
super internet.
Is it because Eastbourne has like one of the first of like a new thing, or you just?
It's because the north gets shit. Huh. No,
I've
I
got
don't
I've got the best one I can get for here. It sucks.
know. I don't know,
God,
but yeah,
this is
this
just
connection's been very stable.
not opening at all. The page. It's really annoying.
It's a crapshoot a lot of the time, I think. I remember when I went into Bristol, my internet was shit, but fucking forever.
Would you expect Bristol to have good internet, especially with a huge student population?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a big city.
Reloading Roll20 for.
Yep.
Would you ever consider going back?
Bristol, yeah.
Yeah, better.
Lovely part of the world.
I want to come down and visit you in Bristol.
Nice.
Yeah,
Go do
apparently-
some West Country food sampling.
West Country Warhammer.
Did I ever go to a Games Work? Oh, I know where it is. Yeah. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, it seems a lot of people are having some problems with Roll20.
Rolius Twin.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
You got to do it by memory, this.
Yeah, I'm sure I definitely be able to do that. Hold on. Let me try again. Right, there we go. It's been a bit quicker now. I've reloaded. Cool. Right. Jesus, it's being so slow. Oh, you got an 11, Furion. Currently, you don't notice anything.
Sweet. Another empty room, it seems.
You can
Oh,
see,
what's at the
Firion,
back?
looking over here, that there's like a kitchen area, it looks like, with a stove. It's been left, like, kind of like the embers look like they're not that old.
What is this on the floor?
Like dirt and muck. Blossom, when you get there, do a perception check for me. Okay, Blossom, what Firion didn't hear before, you hear like a clutter, sounds like a chittering coming from this room beyond.
Oh, it sounds like there's a big bug in here. Similar to what I used to hear when I was, in my home, and there was loads of bugs everywhere all the time.
Firion, because then you got there, can you do a stealth check for me?
I can. 13.
Okay, I haven't seemed to notice you.
Gertrude.
Here, when you step into there, Firion, you see that these two creatures look up from, like, absorbing these metals and these different items along the floor. Can you please all roll initiative for me?
Retro.
Like, can't you hear the chittering, Gertrude?
I don't know. I didn't do a perception check.
Right. Let us begin.
The other day, what is it? Mirror image.
Mm-hmm.
I just blasted that with what's that thing? What's that really low level mage spell? But it's really good. It does multiple attacks and they all hit.
Magic missile.
We just magic missile someone with
Magic
mirror image.
Magic missile.
Magic missile.
I need to read the wording because it might just go straight through to them.
Oh yeah, that's a good point as well. But I guess it'd be more useful if it hit this.
Hit a creature of your choice, but if I look at mirror image, targets you with an attack. Guess it is an attack. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. That each missile, because it's 3 missiles or whatever, would be very good at going against it.
Yeah. I think I was thinking about it for Ingvar, and I was like, oh wait, isn't it spellcasters, lol?
Hey, Yep.
Right, so Firion, you're up first.
Firion sees these things, look around and emerge and look at him, and think partially because it's a decent idea, and partially because he's kind of like startled by them.
Yeah.
He's gonna cast Thunder Wave on them.
Okie dokes, a con save for both of them. First one in front of you gets a 20. Second one behind gets a 5 though.
Yep.
So
pass and a fail.
is it half damage on a pass?
It is. Yep.
Okey-doke. 6 points of damage to this one. And 12 points of damage to this one, who gets knocked back against the wall as it does.
Yep. Annoyingly, the one next to me didn't get knocked back.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was back on a short rest. No, I think he's fine. He will move to the. He will get his back into the corner, and he'll call out to the other two and say, "There's 2 in here." After the thunder wave goes off.
Okay, you hear this big clatter of as many of the items, like any glass and stuff on the floor that might be left over, just shatters in front of you, Firion. As you hear, and Blossom and Gertrude, you hear Firion call out to you. Blossom, it's your go.
Right. What are you doing in there, Fear? I told you I hear some chattering, and oh no, there they are. Gonna run up, but they're really ugly, and gonna sword. It's the multi-attack thing.
Okay, so first attack
Dual wielding.
with your daggers.
Well, I've got a short sword,
Oh,
so
okay.
do that. I can do booming blade as well.
If you want.
Booming blade. Is that a more? That is a action. Does booming blade just works with one attack, right? Not both.
You can bonus attack, second attack with 2 weapon fight with Booming Blade, I think, because it counts as a melee attack. Because it says make a melee attack.
Yeah.
I think that's right, anyway.
Up it up.
Booming Blade. Brandish the weapon using the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it against the creature. Yeah, I'd say it, yeah.
It does say in 2 weapon fighting, when you take the attack action.
Let's have a quick Google, shall we? You're probably right, Tom. Booming Blade and 2 weapon fighting. No, you cannot, apparently, according to Jeremy Crawford.
So just the one attack, and then the other one's normal.
So you don't get multi-attack?
Don't get multi-attack.
No, because you don't have multi-attack yet at this level, or you don't get it as a rogue anyway. But the way you'd usually do it is you do 1 attack, and then you'd use your bonus action to do 2 weapon fighting. But because it's Booming Blade, you can't do 2 weapon fighting with it. So
why not?
Because it doesn't count as the attack action.
The action you're doing is Booming Blade, you're not doing attack action.
I just googled it and it is correct.
Okay.
So you can either do Booming Blade, or you can do 2, try and make 2 attacks.
Normal multi-attack.
Okie doke, so first, 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah. How do I... It's going to do Booming Blade automatically, so you have to ignore it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, maybe it didn't.
I get 26, definitely hits, and you do get sneak attack because Firion is within 5 feet of the creature. So 10 points of damage to this rust monster. Nice.
Okay.
So this one does not get your bonus, and doesn't have one anyway. So only 1 point of piercing. Oh no, it does miss this one though. Sorry, it doesn't quite connect. Bounces off their chitinous hide.
Okay.
Okie doke. Here's the rust.
Does anything happen to the dagger?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh wait, no. Yes, sorry. Any non-magic weapon made of echo. Sorry, I read it the other way around. It's a woman takes a parent. Yeah. So when you hit the first one though with the short sword.
That's a magical
That
sword.
is magic. You're right. So it actually misses. So yeah, it doesn't.
Very nice.
So there you go. The rust monster is feeling threatened by you, so it is going to try and bite at you, Blossom. Hit nat 20s,
Oh.
and it deals 12 points of piercing damage to you.
Big hit.
This one will move up, and it's going to try and attack Firion with a bite.
Yep.
This one hits a 19. Does that hit?
Yep.
And deals 4 points of piercing damage to you.
Okay, yeah, he'll take it.
That is their turn. Gertrude.
Yeah, move up to there.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to risk running around the whole room and not getting anywhere. Well, because I haven't done it before. Do flurry of blows.
Okie doke. So an 8 unfortunately misses with the quarterstaff, but then you go to hit with your first punch. And the punch hits.
Whoppa!
Doing 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Apparently, because this is why I did this, you can take pressure point. Well, whenever you hit a creature with one of your flurry of blows attack, you mark them as analyzed.
Okay, is that your subclass?
Yeah. Whenever an analyzed creature misses you with attack, you can immediately use your reaction to make an unarmed melee attack against a creature.
Oh, cool.
This benefit lasts until you finish a short or long rest.
What symbol should we use for analyze? It's this little clock. Cool. And one more attack. And a 16 also hits. And 6 damage is enough to take this thing down as you crack it in the head and it just squashes into the floor. Firion.
Thoroughly inspired by Gertrude's martial ability, Firion is going to attack as well. He's going to cast Shillelagh. Make his attack. For a 7. Wait! I have inspiration. I'll use it.
Doke.
For a 16.
Hits.
Whoppa!
4 points of bludgeoning
points of damage.
Doke.
That's his turn.
Blossom is gonna two weapon fighting.
Okie doke. $14 just hits.
Oh.
So 13 points of damage. Blossom, how do you want to do this?
She just takes a swipe, gets its legs, then comes down on its head with the sword.
Nice. And finish off the rust monster in the process. And with that, combat is over.
Oh, ugly thing hit me.
Oh, well, at least it didn't damage your sword, Blossom. Or your dagger.
That's true. Although I have got a lot of daggers.
But then you'd have one less.
That's true. I would have one less. But I've got so many daggers. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 daggers.
I know an orc who would like that. Gonna go look for bodies because you know that crate they looked at in that place.
Mm-hmm.
See if these got things of a size.
Yeah, do an investigation check for me, Gertrude. Or a nature check, if you prefer. Okay, you with that, you can see that these particular rust monsters look a little bit smaller than ones that you might otherwise have seen or read about before. And they look like the chitin on them is like less hard than you might find on like an average rust monster.
She be able to jump to the assumption that they could be, they're like babies.
Yeah, I think if Kieran can make that assumption, then certainly Gertrude could.
These look very immature.
These not the two they were talking about?
Well, maybe, but
It would be weird. I don't know what she knows about life cycle of a rust monster.
Do a nature check for me. You'd know, Gertrude, that usually a queen has to give birth to a brood, and you know that they grow pretty fast. And sometimes you know that queens, with that nature check, you know that queens sometimes can give birth to like multiple sets of broods over the course of a number of days, and when they're pregnant.
well, these are very young, and rust monsters grow very fast. I guess it's possible there could be a queen down here if he's so immature.
So there's really big ones of these?
Yes, much bigger.
Oh. I guess we better go get it.
Killed some babies, Blossom.
I know. But they're ugly, so.
So, ugly babies are okay to kill?
Well, ugly, badly monsters, yeah.
He just kind of gives a vague nod. Let's continue.
I guess whoever sabotaged this place was trying to make sure it stayed shut. They transported a queen down here.
Oh, do you think the queen locked all the doors?
Yeah. Let's say yes.
Easier to say yes.
It's like when your kid keeps asking really stupid questions, and you're just like, yeah, definitely.
Sure. Tyrion has a look in the little kitchen area.
Yeah, you see that there are what looks like... do an investigation check for me, Furion.
No.
Investigation.
Maybe they got some pies or something.
11.
You can see that there's a number of tables and a stove with a set of 3, kind of one like the ones Luke has when you open them up, and there's I forget what they're called, those types of stoves.
An Arga.
Thank you, Kieran. You see that there is some food laid out. There's some cupboards with different sort of storage of different sort of dried foods and breads and things like that. There's a stove that looks like it's been used relatively recently. You're not sure exactly.
nice food for him.
How would I know what you define as nice food?
I don't know, just not. It's not got the green stuff on it. Usually, that's nice.
And Dad said that all food was nice.
Well, then he must have not tried the food with green stuff on it then, because that's pretty yucky. It tastes like mold.
He probably could have done with eating a bit more green stuff.
Yeah, green stuff is good for you.
Well, I don't think having plum sauce with every meal is good for you.
Oh, I'll have to tell the family then, because we always try to eat our bread really quickly before the green stuff grows on it. So I'll have to tell them it's really good, actually.
I hope you're careful with that, Blossom. If you have rye bread, it can turn into ergot, and you can have some pretty crazy hallucinations.
Who's ergot?
He's a little man who lives in the bread.
Yes, Kieran.
No.
Well, I kind of want it.
Some good food.
Just going to take some of the food, did you say?
Well, if there's anything like, no, a cucumber. I don't know.
Sure, there's a cucumber. There's a like kind of a dried cucumber that looks kind of like it's had like one of the ends chopped off, and when it really dries up at that one end when people don't put it back in the plastic properly. There's like there's a cucumber like that, and you're like,
Sure, scowls at it. But she takes it anyway.
Half a cucumber. Feel free to add it to your inventory.
Sweet pickles at that.
Firion heads back out.
Okie doke. Back on the track.
Skirts around the full thing. It's the next door.
Okie doke. Push
Bricks
it
with
open.
the staff. Yep.
And inside you see what appears to be a working forge with an anvil and a number of other materials. There's hammers and tongs, and there's refined ores here. There's the like a huge bucket of water to place the hot tools inside. There's the fucking forget what these things are called. Bellows. Looks like an area that perhaps the gnomes and dwarves and other creatures of this humanoids of this mine used to refine the ores to send it back up to the surface to be used.
A den of small horrors. He
Dunno.
kind of swiftly walks through and goes to the door on the other side.
Some of it looks quite pretty, actually. She looks in the wall.
Yeah, it's like dirty
Oh,
grime
except
water.
the water.
Storage.
Inside here, Firin, you find a storage room with a number of different boxes inside. There's a few open chests with a number of materials that kind of stand out to you. You see like one that's got a few sort of vials inside that seem to be wrapped in some kind of sort of silk blanket.
Yeah, okay, he'll take the bait. He'll pick up the vials.
Okie doke. You pick them up, and in your hand they feel magical.
Gertrude, do you have any idea what these are?
I can have a look.
He hands them over.
Okie doke. Feel free for me to make a Arcana check for me, Gertrude.
Yes, Gertrude.
I've seen Blossom put the drift globe in her inventory.
Didn't, but I can.
Okay, yeah, because she gave it back after.
Okay, with that, again, Gertrude, you quickly sort of eye these over, tilting the liquid inside. It's like a thick, viscous liquid, and you're like, oh, these like small, tiny bits of there's like a tiny bits of like light sort of green pattern within the sort of darker, viscous liquid, and you notice that you think this is like a potion of resistance.
Oh, this could be it's a potion of resistance.
You're not sure what type it is with Like, just you'd have to consume it to see what type it was or get it identified.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure what type.
What does it resist?
I'm not sure, Blossom.
Does it resist rust monster bites?
You'd have to drink it to find out.
And she holds it out.
Drinks it.
You drink it? Is that a yes or a no? You lagged out for me.
Yes.
Okay,
If
you drink it.
she's
And
not going to stop her.
you feel
Nope.
you down it. You feel definitely you feel a bit more don't know. You feel a bit different. You're not 100% sure exactly, but you feel a little bit different.
I feel a bit buzzy. Don't know what it did though.
Do something useful.
Maybe.
Varian bonks her on the head with a staff.
Ah,
Okay,
what was that?
make an attack roll for me.
He doesn't want to do like proper attacking.
Okay,
Could he do an unarmed strike?
yeah, do an unarmed strike for me.
Because that does 1 damage. Yeah. I miss.
So you go to sort of swing at Blossom, and she's like, "Whoa!" out the way, kind of thing.
Wait a minute. If this building's right next to the forge, maybe it resists fire, so they don't hurt themselves.
Oh, maybe. Let's go walk to the fire.
What
Yeah.
did I do?
You're standing over it, and actually you don't feel the heat so much from it, Blossom.
Oh. There's no heat here. This is a weird fire.
I think we found out what a potion did.
Why? It made me cold all the time. That's sad.
I'm glad I was right.
So yeah, feel free to add another potion of fire resistance to your inventory.
It's always the hardest thing I find putting in as a DM.
Yeah.
My bolts and
Bonk, bonk.
Yep, you kick open that door, revealing the other side of the kitchen.
Seems we're done with our tunnel. This is a wide space.
Yes.
Where was that cart that you said about, Lewis?
Right here, so you can see now that the space opens up. You can see ahead of you. Let me see, have a quick look what you can actually see, Furion. At the very edge of your vision, Furion, you see what appears to be like a pool of like natural water. You see a lot of these stone caverns kind of sloping down at the sides with like natural rock formations all over the place. You see like some small bags of what looks like maybe coal here, and a number of carts, one of which is completely smashed open, and what looks like a number of different ores have just been completely corroded away, almost like you think what's left is probably almost completely unusable. You can also see a number of different paths branching off in different areas.
Oh, this place is really big. Echo, 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 echo.
Yeah, it does echo through as well.
You're meant to just say it once, Blossom, and let the cave do the echoing.
Oh, I was just making sure it would do it, you know. You've got to do it lots of times sometimes.
Right.
Or at least, you know, that's what they told me when I was getting into that well that one time. The well just wouldn't echo, you know?
Did you get
Oh, Blossom.
Right. I'm not sure which way best serves our purpose.
What sort of ground is it, Lewis?
It's like the ground before was like a hard sort of stone that had been sort of handcrafted and made for that area, but this looks more like a natural rock kind of cavern.
Do you think you can look for tracks we're in?
I could. Yeah, he'll do that.
Yeah, do a survival check for me. 14. Let's say this gives you some information. I'd say you see a number of tracks heading up in this direction, but the rest it's kind of hard to make out.
Which direction,
So
sorry?
it's this direction up here.
Any points? There are some tracks leading that way.
Hmm. What's this way then? What's that other way as well?
Well, that begs the question. Do we want to follow the tracks, or are we taking the same strategy as in the tunnel?
Well, I don't
Clearing
know.
every other pathway first.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty hurt. And she sits down on the track.
Firion wants to inspect her.
Yeah, do a medicine check for me. She looks like she's taken a bit
12.
of a bruising. Certainly, she's not looking She's got like a nasty kind of bite wound on her from the rust monster. It looks quite sort of not on her sort of upper arm.
Firion, without saying anything, casts Cure Wounds
No.
for 11 HP.
And you see before you, Blossom, as you look down, this sort of nasty bite wound that's gone sort of into the side of your arm. Just the magical healing, the energy, just heals it up.
1 second. And she jumps up off the floor. Oh my god, suddenly I feel really good actually.
That's quite the relief.
Oh. Maybe you got like a magic helpful aura Farion. That would be that's really good actually.
It's healing magic.
Oh. Well, like a potion. You're like a potion?
No. A potion is like a small mimicry of what I can do.
Oh. You're better than a potion. But I already knew that.
He kind of looks plaintively towards Gertrude. What are we doing with the direction? Do
Maybe
we want to follow the tracks?
Maybe we should go that way first.
He heads off.
I'm not sure why, but
Okay, as you get to there, Fear, do me a perception check.
I found the other toilet.
Seems safe enough.
Sweet.
Blossom is balancing on the tracks.
Do me a just let's say an acrobatics check. Blossom.
Gertrude's getting prodded, but the quarter staff as well.
Yeah, you're keeping your balance on there pretty easily.
There's a side passage without tracks.
Maybe it's the rust monster's toilet.
You can see that this passage in particular, Firin, looks like less mined out than the rest of them.
Okay. Does it look like a natural fault in the rock?
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd actually find that quite welcoming and start walking down it a little bit.
Oh, it's really
Oh.
dark down there.
Run his hand along the walls of it.
Yeah, as you get closer and closer in, you see that this looks maybe like an area of the cavern that's kind of more natural, and that maybe they've started to try mining out a little bit, but haven't really gotten around to doing properly yet.
Oh, how things should be.
Blossom pulls out the little globy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that there was a word?
There's a command word, but
Yep.
Gertrude would have told you, I think, with the Arcana check, that you just say the name of the spell you wish to cast upon, either daylight or light.
Candlelight. The that light from a bog.
Nothing happens.
Oh, but Gertrude, I can't remember what it was.
I think it's daylight.
Daylight.
As you say daylight, it begins to light up the entire place. Let me just quickly look out. So 60-60 on Blossom.
Firion flinches at the fucking sunburst behind him.
God, that'd be really good in Strahd.
Yeah.
Austria's actually got one.
So this huge light begins to fill the cavern.
There is a difference between daylight and sunlight spell, though.
There is.
Yeah. I thought the same thing.
Firion holds up his hand in front of his eyes. Was that really necessary?
Well, I need to be able to see things. I mean, I wish I could have really good eyes. Like, oh, I forgot I've got those goggles.
Right. At least we don't need to worry about being sneaky anymore. There's nothing down there.
So you slowly make your way around. You see what appears to be like a structure built into the rock here, Firion. With like a wooden sort of area and then a door here. Do a perception check for me as you get closer to it.
Damn, been rolling like poop.
Yeah,
7.
Don't hear anything.
Walks up to the door and pushes it with his quarterstaff.
Dang it, as you do. You push the door open, and then suddenly from inside lunges forward this creature right out in front of you. And it's going to get a surprise attack against you because you didn't hear it.
Yep.
No.
As it tries to bite down on you, Firion. But misses as it bites down to the door instead. And it's kind of like chittering her around. Everyone could please roll initiative for me.
Yeah.
Gertrude, you're up
Oh,
first.
mate. Firion gets headbutted by the door.
Can she hit it if she's there?
Yeah. It's like trying to get around the door as Firion's kind of opened it.
She's just gonna hit it with her quarterstaff.
Okie doke. A 15 hits. Is that two-handed?
Yeah, two-handed.
Okie doke. You sniff it and chunk as you swack into it with the edge of your quarterstaff.
With her unarmed strike.
Hits again. The 6 points, damn, big hits. As it hisses back at you, as you bop it right on the head between its beady little eyes.
Yeah, she'll stay there as well.
Okie doke. Blossom.
Blossom. Trying to see round, like peering between Firion's legs. I can't get it from here. With the halfling nimbleness, can you go through two people? Or just one?
Should be able to go through two people, actually, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. You can
Any
move.
space for any creature.
Yes.
Space for any creature.
Yeah, that is a medium
Oh.
creature, so you could get through it,
Cool.
actually.
Let's do it. Oh, gonna get you.
With advantage, then, as you start flanging, you rush through as it's trying to reach up and lunge at Firion. This one a
Yeah.
little bit bigger than the last one she saw.
Oh, shit, I forgot to press the button.
And it would hit. Get a crit though. No, and with that, Blossom, with that damage, you just instantly stab into this thing and instantly kill it in front of you.
Yeah.
However, combat still goes on. As from around the corner, you see rush up to you, Gertrude. Another rust monster. It's going to make a bite against you. 15.
Yeah, it hits.
And it does. Oh, whoops. No, I rolled that again. It does 5 points of piercing damage to you.
Oof.
It is its turn though. Firion.
Gonna run around by 10, 15. And he's gonna Shalala.
Okie doke. Shalalalalala. Definitely hits. Oh!
Bonk.
Ooh. It's a peak.
You slam down with this druidic energy, soars through your staff, hits into the back of this thing, and it just lets out this horrible shrieking sound.
That's his turn.
Gertrude.
Gertrude's gonna. She wanted to go through its legs like Thingy did, but she'll just.
Ken, if you want, go through and then come back again.
She's not show off.
22 definitely hits. Uh, 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Blossom, as Firion moved away from the door, you'd have seen it sort of swing shut again in front of you.
That's rude, you know. Shut the door on me.
It's your turn, Blossom.
No, it's not. I haven't
Oh,
got my
sorry,
bonus.
bonus action. Yeah, my bad.
Sorry, my
Yep, no, that's okay.
my browser's just being an idiot.
Yeah, my browser's been shit as well, Kieran. It's not. I think it's roll 20. I think it helps if you do reload it occasionally.
Many characters. It was taught by Active Campaign. That's good.
Good idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, me.
Yeah, boy. Unfortunately, with advantage though. So Firion. Unfortunately though, this one doesn't quite connect. This is sort of hisses and moves out of the way of you, and your pan gets sort of sprayed with a slight little bit of this corrosive acid on you. Blossom, you'll go.
So, oh, Fiona, you shut the door on me. Do I have to open it?
You go up to you go to try and open it.
It's not an action, though, is it?
Well, maybe.
Just gonna headbutt it.
You try it. You try and
Makes sense to me.
headbutt the door, and it's like you've seen them from this side. It's like almost like it's gotten stuck and wedged shut. And you go to headbutt the door and do a quick strength check for me.
Jesus
But
Christ.
Blossom just runs up to the door and just like launches herself and just you see Birch as you turn around slightly as this thing splashes you up the ass. Blossom just comes launching through the door, creating a blossom-shaped hole in it and landing directly behind you like, aha, ready to fight.
Gertrude's gonna say as a reaction, she's like, I didn't even know that was physically possible.
Blossom, you get your turn for getting that nat 20, I think. I
Oh,
would have made it be an
yeah.
action otherwise, but the nat 20 is just too good.
Let's do let's do the 2-weapon fighting.
Okie doke. hits, dealing more than enough damage as you take it down in one go. And with that, combat. For fuck's sake, roll 20. Why are you so shit? Reload the webpage again.
Have you forgotten how doors work, Blossom?
No, it's just my hands were really preoccupied. I had to get my weapons out again, you know? Get a different dagger out.
Right.
Gertrude goes up to a hole in the door. What does it look like?
It literally looks like a blossom-shaped hole.
She's gonna feel it and look around at Blossom.
Yeah, you see
It's
like a number of it's like splintered the wood outwards from inside, and there's like a number of splinters like all over Blossom's like clothing and stuff.
Well, I guess dying and then coming back to life really changes your perspective on the world.
Oh my god, why is roll 20 so bad?
There's 2 more of them, Gertrude. Is there going to be lots more?
I think there's going to be quite a lot more. I don't.
Should she have any idea how big their broods are?
Do a nature check for me. Hold on, I need to. Roll 20 is being utter shit show for me today. Okay. 15. You think that from what you've read that they can grow up to quite significant sizes. Sometimes it's not uncommon for babies to be as many as 5 or 10 or even more. Sometimes in certain broods.
Well, they're sort of more up to 10, but sometimes even larger than that. So I think we have to definitely expect more.
Up to 10? Oh, that's not too many. We've got 4 already.
It's the big one I'm worried about.
No, we can do it. We're really good, actually.
Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah. That's the spirit, Gertrude. You hear that, Furia? We're really good.
We are.
Yeah.
So ahead of you, Firion, you see a number of tables and minecarts filled with sort of sparkling gems. They're all different colours. You see some tools as well. You see like buckets and pickaxes and rope and all things you'd expect to find in a place to mine. You see a lot of like devoured ores in boxes, but some are left over, like unrefined ones.
Well, I see no further rust monsters.
Oh.
On this
Gertrude.
table here, Gertrude, you'd or Blossom, whoever's closest, you'd see there are 2 lapis lazuli, 3 malachite, 1 onyx, 1 amethyst, and 1 garnet.
Lots of gems.
Gertrude remembers Firian's displeasure at them looting. She's like,
Oh wait, it doesn't. Does that show in the chat for you when I posted that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Well,
Lewis DMGM.
I don't know. Oh, it's because my name's Lewis DM in here. Okay, let's just call myself Lewis.
Gertrude take any?
No, she remembers that they shouldn't really been taking stuff from here.
Some takes it. Takes all.
Do you take all of it?
All of it.
Okay, let me write that down quickly.
Really pretty, you know? I don't know if they ask me, though, I'll give it back. Maybe.
Gertrude would quickly try and change conversation. Be like,
I can't wait for you both to meet my sister.
You got a sister, Gertrude?
She's a bit younger than me. Her name's Hedwig. She's a bard, actually.
Hedwig? She's got a wig on her head?
It's a Zebnian name, but she's a bard, Blossom.
But does she work in elevators?
Not that I know of. She's
Oh.
She's not much like me, but I think she could really bring some music to the cave.
And she looks over at Firion like,
Arian's just looking back at her with narrowed eyes, but doesn't say anything.
She also says to Firion,
Yeah, you better watch out for her, Firion. She has a thing for elves.
Why would that cause me to watch out for her?
Well, I don't know. She can be pretty annoying sometimes.
And while
Hey.
Gertrude was saying that, Blossom just sent a little message to Firion.
Yeah.
Maybe you like her too.
What did Blossom say, sorry?
Maybe you'll like her too.
Maybe. I won't know until I meet her. You're both strange. He walks off.
she's
Alright.
just like,
I look forward to meeting your sister, Gertrude.
Oh,
You think she'll like the gems too?
the gems?
Do you think she'll like them?
Yeah. If anyone asked about them, Blossom, you should say that you took them to keep them safe from the rust monsters.
Oh, that's a good idea. Safekeeping, Gertrude. Safekeeping. She gives you a little wink.
Gertrude winks back.
Posted the wink in the Discord.
Such a great show. So you make your way back into the central area to catch up with Firion.
Yeah.
He's just looking back and forth between the different passageways.
I'm so fast, Firion. Oh, speedy.
I don't have tiny legs like you do.
Oh,
He starts walking down this way.
maybe I should grow some long legs. What do you think, Gertrude?
Well, you can run fast with little legs. I learned how to with my training.
That's true. Do you think stilts will help?
No.
Firion,
I
as
think, they
you...
might,
Sorry, Gertrude.
I think they might be interesting, though.
Oh, really? Maybe we'll get some when we get back.
Okay.
Firion, as you make your way down here, it looks like this area has been mined out fairly recently. As if they're trying to create a new path. Do a quick, intelligence check for me. Just see if Firion even know what this is. No, he's got no idea.
6.
Gertrude, if you want to do one, you can as well. Yeah, Gertrude, you know that, you've heard of strip mining. The sort of creating lots of different passages to get access to more and more ores.
So the ore in this area might be quite exposed, right?
Very exposed in this area, yeah.
She'd say to
Well, if it's exposed, it might be a feeding ground for them.
Or at least a dead end to me.
Passage ends.
Oh,
It's 2 ticked off, I
You
suppose.
never know. There could be a secret door. I can go to the end and push the wall.
Yeah, you push the wall and nothing happens.
Oh, there's no secret tunnel down here.
it was worth a shot.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
We're left with 2.
We could do ip dip do. Ip dip do.
Firion starts
That
walking down
thing
this
had the thing.
Let's see what you can see, Firion. As you get to here, Firion, you see there's like a wooden kind of outpost, what looks like a sort of room here that's built into the rock.
There's some structure ahead.
Do a perception check for me as you get closer, Furion.
Akabaja! 18.
From inside, you hear like a slight, like, kind of, what sounds like sort of breathing, you think? Like a heavy breathing.
Oh. I believe there might be someone inside.
Maybe that
Oh.
person.
Well,
He's
it's
gonna
go
Push
say
the door.
So you try and push the door, and it's like heavy, like against the door. It's not locked, but it feels like it's heavy against the door. And you just hear from inside, like, "Oh no, they're coming!"
Oh yeah, I'm coming. Don't worry.
Oh god, I've gone mad too! Go away!
Oh, he said go away, Phil.
I suppose we should leave him then.
Don't eat me!
Well, I won't eat you. I'm vegetarian. Winky face again.
do a persuasion check with disadvantage. Yeah, you just hear him go. He's like, "Don't listen, Docus. They're just the voices in your head. Don't listen. You've been down here too long. It's okay. It's okay. There's no one here."
Oh, please. Sounds like my brother when he did that white powder stuff that one time. He stuck it up his nose.
Is that
Varian
all?
looks alarmed down at Blossom.
He's gonna push the door.
Do a strength check for me. It's so heavy against the door. It feels like there's been multiple things packed up against it.
She's gonna bang on the door. You've got to open the door because we're supposed to help you. I think it's you.
But your boss sent us down to help.
Okay, do a persuasion check. This time with advantage, Gertrude. He's not listening to Blossom. Again, he's just like, "No, don't listen to the voices. They're gonna be out there and they'll eat you. Don't go away, monsters. I don't have anything."
We're not going to eat you. Well, I'm not going to eat you at least.
That's what all the monsters say.
Oh, can Blossom do message in his head? Because I know that you have to be familiar. I think though.
We
Yeah,
put
but
it in the chat. Yeah.
Is that the best idea?
Didn't say it
It
was.
doesn't say you have to be familiar with them. Just as the target.
Okay. Yeah, message in his head. Oh, I'm gonna come in there one way or another. Just open the door, you know.
They're gonna come in.
Let's see. That's us. Mm,
You just leave him in there until we've sorted this place out.
Does the door look flush against the door frame?
How do you mean?
Like, is there a gap that a Firion-shaped spider could crawl
Oh,
through?
definitely, yeah. It's like I said, it's opening, but it's just like it's stuck. Like there's heavy objects against it.
is this water over here?
Mm-hmm.
Blossom is going to use shape water. Get some of that water. Make it into the shape of a little rust monster and put it under the door.
What the fuck?
Okay, do it.
Is that how the spell works?
Hello.
Water.
Yeah, I've got no idea. You can place it for you instantly move or otherwise change the flow of water. You cause the water to form into simple shapes and animate in your direction. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. So yeah, this little rust monster water sort of goes through the door frame, and he's like, "Oh no, they're coming!"
He's like, you see this little water monster? It's going to come and get you if you don't open
And
the door.
you just hear a xing against the thing as he's like thrown something at it.
Oh, my poor water.
Die, monster!
You don't belong in this world. Fuck it. Varian's gonna turn into a spider and crawl under the door.
Can't we just leave him alone?
Okay, Varian, you turn into a spider and you go under the door and you so you now inside the room, but as a spider.
And he will. Oh my god, this guy looks completely insane. He'll turn back into Firion, holding his hands up in the air in a gesture of non-danger.
He's like, "Ah!"
Blossom will say through the door, "We found your poo, Mr. Man. It was really fresh. You must have been out at some point."
He kind of looks at the fear and he's like, "You're not a monster.
No. And despite
You're a bit ugly, though."
Despite her choices and words, my companion isn't a monster either. We are here to rescue you.
Oh, thank goodness I've been stuck here down here for so long.
He leans over to Blossom. He's like, "Has it only been a day?"
Yep. Oh, well, have you killed all the monsters down here?
No.
What are you doing in here then? They're gonna come and get us.
We've cleared the path from the entrance to here. You could flee.
I'm not getting out of here until all the monsters are dead. I will say, Firion, like, really fucking reeks in this room. Similarly to the toilet.
Have you been defecating in this room?
Maybe. Where else was I meant to go?
Outside of the room. I'm going to leave. He walks up to the door. I'm assuming it's barricaded.
It is, yeah.
Firion starts calmly taking down the barricade.
Yeah, and you're able to, quite simply, after a short time, to take down the barricade and I'll open the door for you.
He doesn't want to leave until we've killed all the monsters.
Well, it's probably good. He might destroy the elevator. He seems unhinged.
He's been defecating in his room.
You see it?
Smelt it.
Seems kind of worried. Can't see it.
Blossom sniffs Firion. "Think you might smell like it now too."
Firion smells his clothes. Does he smell like poo now?
A little bit. So as you make your way down into this area, please do a perception check for me, Firion.
Before Blossom leaves the room, she does a little
Nice.
rust monster water thing again. Briefly.
He's like, "Ah, they're coming back!"
This thing might be coming, you should maybe go. Or, at least barricade the door again.
You just hear the door, like, it's something being pushed up against the door again. As you bring Blossom, as you round the corner with a drift globe, you see these, like, beady yellow eyes, these huge beady yellow eyes look back at you, and they let out this horrible, loud, hissing roar as this huge rust monster at the edge of your vision begins scuttling forwards. And then from its belly, you see you hear this like sound as all these tiny little rust monsters beneath begin just shooting out from it.
Ugh. Oh my god, there's loads.
You all please roll initiative for me.
Shit.
Damn it.
Alright, let me just quickly reopen their thing because it closed again. Because roll 20.
Rollius 20.
Right, so
Fireball.
I've got
I
some
can't wait to
I've got something.
I can't wait to play a wizard again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the fuck's
When are
that
you going to
happening?
play with it?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh.
Play it when I eventually run Rhyme of Frostmaiden.
I'm gonna play an insane wizard. I think we should.
+1.
Where am I?
Great. I thought you were going to play Armitage Funnel Cake.
Well, there's Armitage Funnel Cake. There's a... Oh shit, I shouldn't say that one. And yeah. I don't know. I think I'll let people vote on the wizard that I play. Whatever campaign. I'll make 5 different wizards. Armitage Funnel Cake. Maglobius. No, I don't know.
God. Right. Top of the round.
Varian, seeing what might be the queen, knows that this is the time for the big guns, so he steps forward, mostly just for dramatic reasons, because it's actually got a really long range. And he raises his staff up. Wait, I need to check something. As he raises his staff up. You don't actually need to be tight. Okay. He raises his staff up, and his hair kind of not bursts, like flows out behind him a little bit, and in the silvery light you see Moonbeam is cast.
Nice. Con save.
Rolled fairly well.
That's for the queen as well, yeah?
So it is, I believe, a 5-foot radius cylinder.
Okay. So both of them. The queen gets a 16. The baby gets a 15.
If it's all right, he'd put it here so
Yeah,
to catch as many things as
That's fine.
possible.
So there's other two, last two.
more
Right
babies.
one. If it level load,
They've
gets a
Both
natural one,
passed so far.
and the one on the left of that gets a natural 20.
Ha! The extremes. So 3 of them passed, 1 of them failed.
Yep.
The failure one takes full damage, 13 radiant damage,
That is
And-
dead.
and the other things take half, so 6 radiant damage.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeesh.
and then 6 damage to the queen. As it hisses you as this horrible light comes, penetrating its dark lair beneath the ground.
Yeah. And yeah, fuck it. For his bonus action, he will. So it's like the staff is up and it summons the moonbeam, and then the staff slams down, and the spirit of the bear rears up behind Firion.
Oh, nice.
And he summons his spirit totem.
Duke.
Everybody gets 8 temporary HP.
Nice.
Whoosh. Ooh, that's cool. Yep. And
Yeah.
that's his full turn.
Okie doke. Gertrude.
Liz, could you make Blossom's health visible?
Yes. Is Firian's visible for you?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, cool.
I just give myself 8 temporary HP.
Right. Gertrude. Going. She's going to throw an explosive seed.
Okay, cool. Can you remind me what they do again? Second says DC 10 dexterity saving throw. Okie doke. So 4 creatures, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 pass and 2 fail. Half as much, so roll a d8 for me.
Come on!
Hey, not bad.
Okay, so that is, so top one is most certainly dead. This one here is alive still. Barely. This one is dead. And this one is also still barely alive. As the explosive seed blows up in front of them. I think that's your turn, Gertrude, unless you've got any bonus action, patient defense, or anything like that.
A little bit. Nah.
Okey-doke. Blossom.
So, gonna bonus action dash. Is that what's still alive? This one
Yeah.
up front.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's go to this one.
Okey-doke.
Just like, I'm gonna get you. And attack with a sword. With booming blade.
Okey-doke. Booming blade. So put booming blade up for me first, and then do your attack roll. Okey-doke. Definitely hits. 9 points of piercing damage, and it is dead.
It did. That's it for now. Though she will step forward.
Okey-doke. The Queen. It's going to move up to you, Blossom, into this space. She's going to try and bite you.
What a bitch.
Hits.
Yep.
Does 8 points of piercing damage to you.
Oof.
That is,
Well, there goes the temporary HP.
that is his turn. And now the babies. This one in front of you is going to make an attack. 14. Does that hit you?
No, that misses.
Okey-doke. This one will crawl up to you and make an attack. 15.
Hits.
Dealing 4 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
This one will move up to here next to you. And we'll make an attack against you. 15 hits, dealing 5 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
This one will move up here, gets advantage.
God. Blossom's always like the beat stick.
Yep. Hit, dealing 5 points of piercing damage, and then it depends if these ones can actually get to you. They can, just. This one will attack you with advantage. Hits.
Yep.
9 points of piercing damage.
Damn it.
And then this one can, just get there as well. And attacks with advantage. Actually, no, this one does have advantage. Bites you again. And hits you for a further 6 points of piercing damage.
I'm already down, man.
Okay, that's 2 death fails then.
So,
Yep. Well.
Tyrion.
That really sucks because it means he can't put the moonbeam on them all because it will hit Blossom as well. But he sees Blossom go down. He knows he needs to heal her, but he can't get to her.
You would be within touch range here, I'll say that much.
Okay. That's what we'll do then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, he'll cast... It would suck so hard for Blossom. He'll cast Cure Wounds. He will
Okay.
cast it at first level for 8 points of healing,
Nice.
and he will use his bonus action to move his moonbeam. That's annoying. I can't shift it normally.
You hold down Alt, you can position it where you want. If that helps.
It's more that it won't let me pick it up, which
Oh,
is
it's...
weird.
Whereabouts do you
Red
want
ball.
to do it? Oh, there
That's
you
fine.
go.
I'll just draw it again.
Okay.
He will move it, so he really doesn't want to hit Blossom, so he'll just take these two things.
Okey-doke.
I did it wrong first though. It's like Spirit Guardians, it only happens on their turn.
Okay, that's fine then.
So the moonbeam's there now.
Okey-doke.
Bonus action.
Gertrude.
He's gonna throw the explosive seed back here, so it hits those three, but not Blossom.
Yep, that's fine. You can do that. So dexterity checks for all of them. So I'll do one on the left first. Fails. Is that pass or a fail? I can't see. Pass. And then the Rust Monster Queen passes. So D8 for me, I think it is.
Yep.
Dex, so that one fails. 3 points of damage, still alive. This one only takes 1 point of damage, and the Queen only takes 1 point of damage as well.
And so maybe she takes some of the attacks.
Blossom.
Blossom. Can I move through without taking damage from the moonbeam?
No.
So I get over here. No?
Sorry. No.
It's
Didn't
okay.
think of that.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's,
fucked then.
any creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames.
Okay.
You could try it and hope I roll low on the damage, but it's probably not a good idea, no.
Let's take a potion first, shall we?
There we go.
A bonus action potion.
Yup.
Seven points of healing.
Hang on.
Action.
Action is going to be Booming Blade, I think, on the big one.
Okay.
Actually, it's not going to move now, is it?
Booming Blade.
No, well, yeah, it's not going to move now, is it? Can I do, I'm going to do, make space so I can get out and do 2-weapon fighting on these two.
Yep, okay.
2-weapon fighting needs your bonus action.
Yeah, it
Oh,
does. So,
yeah.
yeah.
One then I'll
Yep.
do.
One attack.
On
Did
the...
I just delete one by accident?
I think you
I
moved
think
down
you
top.
Did I move him?
Probably snapped to that place.
Yeah. I'll do that. Where did it go?
Under the one.
Under the big one.
No, it's under the little one.
Oh, is it? Oh, you're right. Thank you, Kieran.
Okay. And if you use a spell on your turn, can you use one as a reaction?
Can't use spells as reaction unless you've got Warcaster.
I've got shield.
Oh. Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
But if I were to use another spell right now, can I then use it still as a reaction?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Faye would have been more fucked.
Yeah.
Let's do false life
Nice.
on myself.
Fancy.
7 temporary HP to you.
Yeah. Cool. That's all I got.
Okey-doke. Rust Monster Queen is going to attack Blossom because that's the target right in front of it. And it
Yep.
does get advantage.
What does Moonbeam do?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it starts
wisdom
its turn
save.
in the moonbeam, so con save.
Con save.
I'll roll the damage again.
17 passes.
Yep. So it takes half of this. Half 13, same again. Yeah, I'll take that. 2 above average.
It's going to make a bite with advantage on Blossom. 14 misses.
No.
That is
It
its
does.
turn. However, all the babies are all over Blossom. They're all going to
Yup.
attack her. So,
This one is
Yeah,
in
so-
the moonbeam.
so con save for that. I think that's pretty much dead, whatever you roll. So, yeah,
It does pass, but
It's-
yeah,
it-
still 6 damage.
Eat dead. Okie doke. So, all with advantage. So 5 attacks with advantage against Blossom. First one is a 16. Second one is a 14, which misses.
Yep.
So 1 hit.
Nice.
19
Hit.
hits. 13
Misses.
misses. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it one more?
Oh,
Only 2 hit.
Nice.
lucked out.
So boom and boom.
Oh my god, and on the damage.
God, 4 points of piercing damage
Yeah.
to you.
Jesus, really?
Yeah.
Didn't even need my false life.
Virion.
It's fucking necromancy spell as well. Blossom's just there like, uh, Miriam.
What Crash taught me.
Yeah, I'll move the moonbeams down here. Cheeky little shift over. So that's his bonus action to move it. He's concentrating on the spell. Action. Blossom seems to have somewhat stabilized, so action. He can't shillelagh. God. He's a bit of an AoE machine, actually. I could cast Thunderwave on these things. But it's gonna hit Blossom too.
Well, you can do it.
Yeah. He's gonna do it. We'll cast Thunderwave with his last first level spell slot.
So that's how many con saves? 1, 4, 5, 6, right?
Yep. And then
And-
one for Blossom.
Yeah, one for Blossom. So,
Oh wow. Every single one of the rust monsters failed, I think.
Jesus, yeah, they did.
Blossom
Did I
passed.
pass? Yeah.
That 7 damage means that. Boom.
Is that 3 damage
Boom.
for me?
Yep.
There goes my temporary HP.
Boom. Boom. And then another. How much damage was it? 7.
7. And the big one gets pushed 10 feet back.
Yep. 10.
With his movement, he will move to stand between the big thing and Blossom. It's my own fault for moving the moonbeam first. That's only fair. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okie doke, Gertrude. Gertrude?
Good.
Yeah.
There she is.
Oh, she got to do it.
Yeah, I was saying it without. Yeah. So she like runs down, rolls through his legs, gets advantage.
Yeah, it tries to stab into the floor as you do, but can't quite get to you.
And she'll use flurry of blows.
Nice.
Okay, so a quarterstaff.
Yes, indeed. Ooh, a misses.
Oh
though.
God!
Hmm.
That hits.
So
3 points
it
of bludgeoning.
counts as analysed now.
Yep.
So this is how she can use the reaction.
Clock. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It's a Monk of the Cobalt Soul, Kieran.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a cool subclass. 18 definitely hits.
Oh,
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
punch, punch.
She'll use the remainder of her action. Oh god, is that moonbeam still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to work out where to go for Blossom.
You used all your movement, didn't you?
Yeah.
25.
Got 35.
Oh, of
She's
course. Monking it up.
Monking it up.
So she goes there to help
Okay.
flank.
Blossom.
Gets up. Can't remember. Ugh. It's like, oh, Furion, you whacked me. That was rude. Oh, if I get up, how much? I only got 10.
Didn't you get up last round?
Well, didn't say she did.
Oh, very true.
Yeah. Rules the way in yourself. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just go there. It's like, oh, it gets all wacky. You know you bad Furion, you bad Furion.
Jesus.
Is it advantage
Yeah.
or not at this angle?
Yeah, yeah, with
Okay.
advantage, yeah.
Got that Gertrude.
Which means you get sneak attack.
Oh, what? Okay.
18 points of damage. Holy shit, that's a big hit.
The dice look like there's 2 3s.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Mm.
I just ignore what it says on the actual 3D dice now because it never seems to make any sense.
True.
Second attack or not, Blossom?
Yeah, let's do a second one.
If you do, with advantage. Hits, and with that, Blossom, you stab into this Rust Monster Queen, and it just lets out this horrible screeching noise, and then just backs up, moving away from all of you into the wall, and then just sort of slumps down, dead. However, Blossom, you do get a permanent and -1 penalty to the damage roll with that dagger.
That dagger. Ow, she chucks it on the floor.
Okay. There you go. With that, combat is over.
You ruined my dagger. Look at that. And she points to it on the floor, looking pathetic.
Arian drops his concentration. Moonbeam.
And it disappears when it wants to load. Okay, nice.
You using Moonbeam, Tom, has made me realise that it's got radiant damage. Now that'll be really handy to know.
Yeah.
I really need to quickly go pee, so I'll be right back.
Right. It's a great spell.
Reminds me
I
so
love the
much.
visual of it because it moves. It's not like it reappears 60 feet away. It's like moving across the ground like a laser
Yeah.
beam.
Didn't die.
Yeah!
Just about, yeah.
The classic thing. All the rogues at the moment like Mackie and Blossom play the "I'm going in, lads" style of Rogue, where it's like I'm really fast, I can get right in there, and everyone else is like, "Wait!" and he's getting beaten the shit out
Yeah.
of.
God, it's gonna be funny if Mackie or Mackie or some of the stuff. I'm going in the house.
Yep.
That's why I gave her shield and force life.
No, very good spells.
Hopefully they'll be helpful.
So you both rolled the same thing on the fateful moment thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
That's really cool. What did Gertrude get?
Her spells.
Yeah.
Well, because I was making it, so Gertrude knows a lot about magic, but naturally she's really shit at it. I picked create bonfire and light.
Oh,
Nice.
but those spells are not the ones I took from my mission. Those are the trickster ones.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
of course.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love that knife. It was great yesterday.
How's it going out there, boys? They dead yet?
So good. I am back, by the way.
Nice.
Hello.
Right, so
Well.
you killed the rust monsters and the queen itself. Now, what's
Yeah,
your plan
yeah.
from here?
Well, we got it. Knew it's all ugly and stuff.
I feel a bit sorry for it. It probably didn't want to be down here.
I don't know, probably did. There's lots of stuff to eat.
Well, it wouldn't have had to be killed if, it wasn't put here.
No. True.
I mean, my dad ate himself to death. I think these lot would have done the same.
What? Who ate himself to death?
Her father.
He ate himself to death?
Sort of.
How did you do
Yeah.
that? I know somebody that didn't eat themselves to death.
I know a lot.
Starving Blossom.
Yeah, that one, Furion. That's the word. Yeah.
Gertrude just gonna be like, I know a lot of those people.
We should probably check that passage we haven't checked yet.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think that they'll say now that we killed this thing?
Well, I imagine the foreman will be happy, and we have some idea who put it here, but I guess we'll have to investigate that further.
Oh yeah, it was that guy with that oh no. What was it called? The bounder thing.
More bounder.
Yeah, that's it, the more bounder.
What? You know, with what they learnt from that little investigation, Lewis.
Yeah.
They know it's a family who probably imported them here, right?
Yeah, or you know that that they, from the information you garnered, you know that the Sparkhammer family seems to be involved with some kind of smuggling operation, from what you can tell.
Yeah.
But you're not sure, like, to the extent of it. But you know there's some kind of involvement going on, though.
What was the name of the woman, her title that we're reporting to?
The Starosta.
The Starosta will probably be happy that we've cleared the mine and we can offer her more information. Maybe she'd want us to do more, but
She sort of shrugs.
Yeah, what was her task to us? It wasn't just clear out this place, was it?
It was clear out the mine. She offered you 500 gold pieces to clear out the mines, and a further 500 gold pieces if you could figure out how and who brought the rust monster into Huppadook and the evidence to support it.
Okay.
So we know the how, but we don't have the other two bits, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, should we, take something with us? She picks up the still baby one.
You're able to. It's mostly destroyed by an explosive bleed, but
She'll want to see it, right? See the ugly little thing. She shakes it around.
Sure. I'm sure they'll send someone down here to check as well.
Oh, should I leave it then? She puts it on the floor.
You can take it if you want.
She picks it back up. Okay.
It probably deserved to lie alongside its mother, don't you think, Blossom?
She puts it back down. Yeah, maybe. Although, I wonder what they taste like.
I wouldn't try it. Blossom, maybe you could sell it to that black market guy.
And she like laughs. And she's like,
Maybe.
No.
Do you think he eats them?
Well, probably not.
Oh, I bet he does secretly.
It's pretty exotic, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Very luxurious, I would say.
Something like that.
Well, should we go then? What's in this little tub?
you can see that it's very much devoured. It's almost like a goo almost at the bottom of this minecart that once you think contained refined, like the unrefined ores such as irons, but now it's just this sloppy goo that's been completely and utterly devoured by these rust monsters.
Do you think this is the rust monster poo, Varion?
Varion's not answering. He's carving some symbols into the ground. Well, not carving, just into the dirt of the ground with the bottom of his staff.
What are you doing? She comes and looks at it.
Paying respects to the dead.
Oh. What do you mean when people go to the funeral and they start bowing at the coffin? And she bows like that.
We didn't have a funeral.
What did you have?
I mean, we didn't when we died.
Oh. I'd like a funeral. I want everyone to be all sad and cry.
A brief funeral attended by the gods.
Well,
Oh, yeah. There wasn't really a funeral, though, was there? I didn't see anyone crying.
I guess they didn't need to cry because the gods.
No.
Varian finishes up his little symbols, gives a little nod to the corpse of the rust monster queen, and starts walking.
Blossom looks up and she's like, wonder if they're looking down on us. Wondering if we died again.
I'm sure they're keeping some eye on us, whatever that entails.
Maybe, although that's kind of creepy when you think about it, isn't it? You don't want anyone else looking at you all the time.
I guess it doesn't really matter if they're gods. It doesn't mean as much to them.
Well, maybe they're pervy gods, and then maybe it'll make a difference.
Well, I don't think Iron's a pervy god, but...
Oh, I hope not. I don't think my mum would like to hear about that.
I think Blossom breaks Kieran.
Firion just wrote out rest and renew in Druidic on the ground next to the creature.
Okay.
No.
Like it.
We should check out that other cavern just in case some of the brood survived. Then we could start another colony, right?
Agreed.
Oh, wait, it'll turn into a big... I don't know. It depends on if it's a boy or a girl,
Well, it's more complicated than that, Blossom. I'm not sure how they breathe. They might be like bees.
Like bees. I don't know what you mean, but that sounds amazing.
Some bees are born infertile, and most bees, and they're just drones. They
And they
can't
turn
breathe.
into queens?
Some can, but others can't. I can't remember very well.
Oh. Blossom's going to bang on the door as they go by.
It's like, go away!
We got the big one. You can come out now.
Do a persuasion check, Blossom. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's really dead. You can go and look at it if you want, but you know, it's kind of ugly, so.
You kind of hear some of the boxes moving, and then eventually the door kind of creaks open with his little eye bee peeking out. He's like, "You're not a monster.
No.
You're even littler than me."
I'm littler than you. I'm the same size, actually.
No, I'm like a foot taller than you.
Well, I'm like. She like stands on tiptoes. I'm like 2 foot taller than you.
Okay, are they all gone though?
Well, I don't know. We're gonna go make sure that there's one more little alleyway, and we're gonna make sure they're gone, and then.
He like slams the door shut really quickly, like, "You said they were all gone. You lied
No.
to me."
No, I said the big one was gone.
I thought you meant they were all gone.
No, just the big one.
Tell me when they're all gone. I don't want to come out until they're all gone.
Oh, okay. That means I've got to come all the way back and come all the way over there, and that's a pain in the bum. She's moaning as she walks along.
You just hear this stuff shifting back up against the door. So you make your way further into the cavern. Again, you see this is very much carved out, Firion. Looks like it's been frequently mined. Do a perception check to me as you step there, Firion.
11.
From here, you hear a very slight chittering sound.
Holds up a hand behind him. Points towards.
No. There more, Firion.
I think at least one. And he casts Shillelagh
Okie doke.
on his quarterstaff.
Blossom does.
If you're going to move any closer, then roll a stealth check for me.
Blossom does a minor illusion, and she puts like a chair, like right there.
Okie doke.
Shit.
Doesn't seem to be any
Yep.
reaction.
She like jiggles the chair around.
It doesn't make any sound, I don't think, right?
No.
No. So yeah, doesn't seem to.
Damn it. Doesn't make any moving targets, does it?
Yeah.
Gertrude does like the shush symbol, like that.
Yeah, Blossom stealth check as well for me, please.
Yeah.
Whew.
Fucking hell. Disappears.
That, you round the corner, all of you, seemingly unnoticed. You see two rust monsters that are just like devouring this ore on the walls, like they're just digging in with their claws. You can hear this like as they sort of eat away at it slowly but surely. But they're so focused on their meal, they don't even seem to have noticed you.
Firion holds up 2 fingers. And then
There's 2 of them.
he rushes into attack with Shillelagh.
Okey-doke. You all get a surprise round because you all. That's a stealth
God,
check.
we're so bad at getting stealth in every campaign.
Hey,
We did
yeah,
it.
you did it finally.
Did it?
We did it,
So please, all roll initiative for me, and then we'll do the
Oh yeah, I should do that.
prize round. Oh god, I think these things won't be dead. Right, top of the round, Blossom.
Blossom's like, well, there's two of them. Oh, is she smart enough not to give them advantage?
My previous experience says no.
Yep, I think you're right. I'm gonna get your ugly thingies. And she's gonna. Oh, well, is she smart enough to get a self advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Been doing that, right?
Stabbing things in the bum is extra funny as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Bum stab.
Bum stab.
24 definitely hits. I think 14 points of damage.
Yeah. And a dagger?
And a dagger.
Oh!
Natural 20, so that's...
Oh.
Yeah, so 4 points of damage further. Your dagger does suffer -1 to permanently to its damage rolls, however.
Poor dagger. Pulls out a different dagger.
Make sure you keep
track.
track of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Firion.
Firion is Shalala in now. Obviously, because I did roll out. I get advantage. 18.
Definitely hits, yep.
Whack.
7 points of bludgeoning. This thing's already nearly dead already.
That's his turn.
Gertrude.
I've been hit, both of them.
Nope, just this one on the edge.
Just this one's been bopped.
Okay. Just going to try and hit it with a quarterstaff.
Okie doke, with advantage. As you go in between Firion's legs. And you hit. And that is most certainly a dead rust monster.
Nice.
The rust monster is surprised, so does not get a turn. Blossom.
Hang on, didn't...
Oh, yep, sorry.
Hang on.
It was 20 to Firion.
She'd move back. Oh, I don't know. Kind of, but then... Oh, wait, she could just... Oh, no, she'd get stuck at Blossom, wouldn't she? She can't roll through Blossom's legs because she's little.
You go through allies, though.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
20.
Oh, yeah.
So you could do
Yeah, I could get under and to the back.
20. What's your movement?
30. Oh, no, I couldn't.
No, you'd be in the space.
But you could go into Blossom space, make your second attack, then move back out. The creature doesn't get an opportunity attack on. It's the surprise round.
Right, yeah, Tom's right.
So rare, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So bonus action. Hits.
Womp.
4 points of damage. Nice. Blossom.
Blossom turns around. Does the same thing.
Doke. Straight rolls this time.
No sneak attack.
No sneaky. Hits those, so 9 points of piercing damage.
And with a different dagger.
Trail of daggers behind her.
I like how instead of using the same one to like until it's completely broken, it's just like, slightly rubbish now.
Yeah, quite have rubbish things.
Yeah.
Let me just make
Having
sure.
one bite of your dinner with a different fork each time.
Yeah. God, I've known people like that.
It's just 4.
Actually misses though, unfortunately.
We'll save the dagger though.
Firion.
Firion will just use Thorn Whip
Okie doke.
from a distance.
God, you make Druid look
17.
fun, Tom.
He's so much fun!
Yeah, it makes me want to play, and I don't usually like Druid that much, so.
Yeah, I think do we look wrong with Farrah? How rude.
I have to
Farrah's
admit,
Circle of the Moon.
Circle of the Moon doesn't seem as interesting to me, personally.
Oh, I love it.
Maybe just, I don't know.
4 points of piercing damage.
I was just imagining, like, oh, they're too tall. If we're getting away with a Thorn Whip, but I just imagine, like, these tiny people.
Yep. Firion is very easily firing over their head. God. Snow White.
Gertrude.
Gertrude will get through. Then roll under the Rust Monster, then just do a quarterstaff and then unarmed.
Ooh!
Definitely hits on both. This thing is probably dead. Yep, it's dead on the first attack. And with that, combat.
I was going to say, he kicks it up the butt at the end.
Yep, that's more than reasonable.
I'm starting to feel like Firion's the bloody coach of the Chinese gymnastics team with these two rolling around and punching and stabbing stuff next to him.
Amazing.
Very glad you didn't say the American gymnastics team because of that thing that's going on at the moment with them.
Yeah.
What's going on? I didn't even hear about this.
Oh, it's awful. Like, abuse, sexual abuse of
Jesus.
Bad times.
Sorry to shoot down that joke.
Right, so another two rust monsters cleared out. You can see there's like loads and loads of unrefined ore like all sticking out of the walls here.
You shouldn't litter, Blossom.
Well, I mean, it's just going back to its home, right? It's metal.
He like raises a wagging finger up and opens his mouth and is like, and just walks up.
Yeah. See, I can be smart, but also... She looks at the dagger sadly. I like daggers.
Goodbye, little friend.
Well,
Eventually, Firion, now you round the corner, you see the light in here is like much brighter as the lights from the other burning torches like flickers off the walls, which has loads and loads of this like gold or like throughout the wall, and you can see like these two minecarts like half full with like unrefined gold ore.
Wealth of the land.
Upon seeing it, Gertrude, you think that it certainly could be smelted down into coins, but we would know that it would need to be stamped by an official,
mint.
be minted by the like tithe collectors, which are also known as the reapers. You would know that.
well, guess it's interesting enough seeing a gold mine.
I've never seen this much gold in my life. It's so much.
She puts her hand in the ore just to feel it.
Yeah, it feels
Just like,
feels very kind of like strange, and I don't
Like
really know what
surprise.
gold ore would feel like, so I don't know how to
it's
describe it.
right. Well, gold's
Just
usually
gold,
found
right?
gold, yeah, because it's very unreactive and it's a
I
very
didn't know.
soft metal
Okay.
when it's not alloyed with something else. So you could probably push into it with your hands and
Yeah.
be like,
Well, in that case, Blossom jumps in it.
Scrooge McDucks it.
Yeah, like fucking gold, like a snow angel in the gold in the minecart.
Whoa, Goldie's squidgy. I didn't know this.
Firion sits cross-legged on the floor with his staff on his lap and just closes his eyes.
Yeah, usually they're usually it's alloyed with another metal like iron that makes it solid.
Picks up a couple of clumps in her hand. You mean I can put a dagger in this and it'll turn properly hard like normal gold?
Uh,
She sticks the dagger.
oh, now it's got a gold coating at least.
Oh. Gold daggers. Only rich people have those. Sometimes they even make them into like forks and stuff, but I think that's pointless. Why would you not make a dagger instead? Daggers are the best.
The thing is with the gold, if you want gold to be more shiny, you usually put copper with it as well.
Copper. Does she look? She's going to look in her bag, see if she's got any coppers. Oh, I got 100 coppers, and she puts them all in the gold with the dagger. Didn't happen, Gertrude. Nothing happened. It just looks like it's got a smiley face, and she like makes a little smiley face in the gold.
It needs to get really hot, really hot.
Really hot. She like steps out of the gold, looks in her bag. Oh, pours oil on it. Sets on fire.
He's sitting there, his bosom just pours this oil over the gold and then just lights a little match with her tinderbox and just drops it on and it just starts catching a light, making this horrible smell.
As Firion hears the sound of fire crackling, he opens one eye and looks towards it.
How long does it normally take, Gertrude?
I think it needs to be a lot hotter.
Hotter?
Well, I don't think we can get it that hot down here, but...
Oh.
Well,
How do you make fire hotter?
Well,
Just puts a blanket over it.
The blanket just catches light and it's just like burning on top of this awful smell and smoke starts like billowing up in the room.
The old forge.
There's still the old forge, right?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
I'll try and show you one day, Blossom.
Oh, you telling me this not going to work? It's pretty hot now, though. Although the blanket doesn't seem to doing
Like
much.
it's just like falling down now. More and more smoke is just billowing, starting to cough, and if you don't get out of it soon, it's going to start definitely making some con saves.
Oh, my blanket! Try and quickly pull it out before she leaves.
Nah, it's done. It's done.
Oh, it's no more, Gertrude. It's reluctantly leaves.
We need to leave. You're smoking us out of the cave.
I don't smoke, Firion.
He just walks faster.
Go, just explaining on the way. She's like,
Yeah, it needs to be confined and it needs a lot of air pumped in. That's what those bellows are for.
What does confined mean?
Like a cupboard.
A cupboard? I've got lots of cupboards. We can do it in my cupboard with the arrows in. Because I will admit, Gertrude, I've been using one of my cupboards as arrow practice, and dagger practice as well. But we could use that one. Would that be confined?
Why don't you get an archery butt and then you can put someone's drawing you don't like on it?
Oh, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. Although we have got the archery butts in the training room, but they're so far away from my room. You know, I've got to get up out of my bed and stuff.
No, it's your house, Blossom. You can take it anywhere you want.
I like throw things like from my bed because it's really far, and I even counted how many steps, although I wasn't sure how many steps exactly because I counted 3 whole times and it was different every time.
Firion is rapping on the door here with his staff.
Yeah, and he would be like, "Are they dead yet?"
We need to go. There's a small fire.
Oh,
There's no more
God.
monsters.
He kind of like starts moving the boxes away and then moves out. And he's like, "Come on then, let's get out of here."
Yeah, Firion starts leading them out.
Okay, so you all head back. You can move yourselves all the way back up the lift if you want to. Okie dokes. So, back at the lift. Do you head up one at a time again, or do you head up one all at once? He just gets on. Like,
Yeah.
let's get out of here!
Gertrude would have remind them, but
Oh yeah, it's weak. Remember?
I'll go last.
Okay, and with that,
I'll
you,
go in the middle.
you gradually make your way one at a time, arriving at the top of the Minex entrance. The gnome Gotkiss would turn towards you and he'd be like, "Oh, freedom, light, it's been so long. Thank you all." He's like, here, take it, take this ring. He holds out this like golden ring before one of you.
It's your golden ring, Firion.
It was my Aunt Petunia. She said it would protect me, and it protected me for pretty long. So, and now that you saved me, I think you guys should have it.
That's pretty cute.
Not going to wear metal.
Gertrude whispers to Blossom.
If it protects him, I think he'll probably need it.
Oh, that's true. You're pretty unlucky, Mr. Man. Maybe you should keep it.
No, it's fine. You take it. You saved me. It's a gift.
Blossom takes it. It is gold, Gertrude. It's pretty.
You take it. It feels magical in your hand, Blossom.
Oh. And it's a magical one.
He's like, I'm gonna go eat some eggs now, so I'm starving. See you later. And he just like runs off out of the entrance ahead of you.
Bye, unlucky man.
So
He's
you
gonna save us one day.
definitely. So I'll move you back to. If you want, you can do a. Let me just check the rarity on it.
Gertrude would be like,
I'll have a look at it for you, Blossom.
Yeah, you look at it, Gertrude. You tell me if it bounces like the last one as well.
Ooh!
Oh.
Wait, why didn't it reroll?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it did
Oh, it
reroll!
did.
Oh my god, you got double
Oh.
natural one. Well, you don't know
You
what
did-
that is.
You did the halfling poop.
Gertrude looks at it. She looks at it again. She's like,
I don't know.
just kind of like shrugs and gives it back.
Never seen anything like it.
Mm. Maybe it's just a pretty sparkly gold ring if she puts it on.
And you feel slightly more like protected.
Oh, I feel wholesome.
Wholesome.
Yeah. My mom says that word means good.
Yeah. Shall we get back to the Starosta? She'll probably want to know
Yes.
who burnt that place down.
The smoke's coming out of a cave behind them.
Yeah, the guard kind of looked at you as you come out, like, no, but everything all right?
Yeah, we did it. There's lots of dead ugly things down there now, though.
Oh, good. I'll send someone over to notify the Starosta immediately.
We're going to see her ourselves, so...
Oh, very well. Well, thank you for what you've done. This will impact the war effort quite a bit.
She like waves the hand around with the ring on it, and she's like, "Look, I found a ring. Well, that gnome guy gave me a ring."
Gnome.
He kind of just looks at you. He's like, "Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, good day to you all, and thank you for what you've done. This is very impressive."
Have you been standing here that whole time?
And that is my job, yes.
Where do you go to toilet? Did you go down in the cave?
He kind of looks down like, I think you should leave now.
Okay, I was just wondering, jeez.
I think my friend's concerned because clearly someone down there doesn't know how to flush.
So, do you head over to the Starosta?
Yeah.
Yeah, you head back into the large building of the, what's it fucking called again? Brain.
I just need to pee real quick. Sorry,
Yeah,
be
no
right back.
worries, it's fine.
Get tea.
Yeah, go for it.
Hello, babe.
Hello. It's Inside Barracks, that's it. God, I'm tired.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You woke up so late.
I know. I didn't sleep well though at all. I slept really bad.
Oh, yeah, true, you did say that. How many hours did you get in the end?
Don't even know. Maybe 4, 5.
Yeah. Am I making Blossom too dumb, do you reckon, babe?
No, not at all. I love Blossom.
Okay. As long as she's not too dumb.
No, she's awesome. Yeah, make sure you add unidentified ring to your
Oh, yeah.
inventory.
Yep. Is the little orb still going with the light?
I think it only lasts an hour, so daylight.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 hour. So yeah, it would have faded off by now, I think.
Cool.
It's about, I can't remember what time it is. It's about, I think it's about mid-afternoon now, probably. So like half
Sounds
3.
right to me.
I think Kieran's just gone to get a tea, so we're waiting for Kieran.
Cool. Ah, so wholesome.
It's nice.
Wildemount. Makes me feel good. Feels so like classic D&D.
Yeah.
Got my little druid man casting my druid spells.
I hope you don't
I get
mind.
to be
No,
sarcastic
no
the whole time. It's great.
I hope you don't mind that the Wildemount sessions are just generally going to be a little bit shorter than the usual 5 hours, just because.
I like it, man.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I prefer it.
I think it's really refreshing. Gives us a different side to D&D. Kind of reminds
Yeah.
us that it doesn't have to be a. And don't get me wrong, I love a 5-hour sesh, but
Yeah.
there is an element that you do anything for 5 hours, it's
Exactly.
has to be
Yeah.
in some way a bit of a slog.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I completely agree. I love it.
Yeah, I'm trying to aim for like 3 to 3.5 hours. Kind of think it feels like a good amount for it.
Yeah. Little episodes.
Exactly. Yeah. Makes it a lot easier for me
Yeah,
to plan as well.
The only thing I'm sad about, and if you ever have spare time to do editing again, is I'd love you to do a supercut of Blossom.
Oh,
Just because
God, yeah.
the only thing that makes me sad is that Anya doesn't get to experience Blossom, because
Yeah,
Blossom is Blossom's got real Tugly energy,
she really
and
does.
you know how much Anya loves Tugly. I
Yeah.
bet she loves Blossom just as much.
I would like to. It's just it is finding the energy to do it.
Oh, 100%. There's no pressure at all. There's a part of me that can't wait for somewhere down the weird crossover planar one shot or something where
God,
Tugly and
yeah.
Blossom meet each other
God.
That
and the
is-
world explodes.
Yeah, it's like end of the
It's
world
gonna be
scenario.
What?
Tugly and Blossom
If-
never meeting.
I hope Gertrude and Manny are both there and just like, what?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you're heading back to the Starosta? You make your way back towards the Ironside Barracks, and you make your way in to the huge building with looks quite a classical building actually, with sort of lots of wooden support beams, but they're kind of like propped up with little bits of metal, and they've got kind of a classic kind of Victorian style with kind of like lattice windows, and it looks very for a barracks it looks very sort of posh. As you make your way inside, it's like a long, like thick carpet heading up to like a desk in the middle and sort of smaller desk. It's very sort of busy inside. You do see a few righteous brand soldiers, and you see like a secretary at the end. And as you make your way up to the end, she eventually directs you upstairs and takes you to the Starosta. Who, sort of as you get to the door, she opens up and she's very much like, oh yes, please do come in. And it's good to see you again. What's the news?
Well, we killed all the monsters. There may or may not be a little blanket fire.
Right.
Yes, we killed the rust monsters. It seems like there was a queen down there that had a brood, but we eliminated it.
Okay, that's good. That's reassuring to hear. I've been quite concerned about the workflow flowing out of the Silverhall mines. Just surely you understand that it's a cornerstone to the war effort.
There was also a little gnome down there, and he gave me a ring. Look, and she shows it to her.
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
Looks very pretty on you, yes. Well, of course, and she reaches in a drawer and she pulls out this sort of sack of gold, and she's like, as promised, 500 gold pieces for solving this problem.
Whoa, that's loads of gold.
And we tracked. We did an investigation near the scene of where the people were murdered.
And any news, any evidence that you can supply me with?
We followed the track to an illegal smuggling operation, which seemed to have brought what we assume the Queen Rust Monster into the city.
She sighs and she's like, this is very disconcerting to hear. There is some small-time crime in the lower part of the city, but to be honest, Tupperduke under my watch, is a fairly crime-free place. The Watchmaster, Bram Goldswaffle, is a close friend of mine, and it saddens me to hear that such a thing has gone under his nose and under mine. Whereabouts is this operation taking place? Have you found the culprits? Have you found...
Well, it was that guy with the Moorbounder.
What was that place called?
Moorbounder? It's the Sparkhammer warehouses.
Yes, the Sparkhammer warehouses. They seem to be doing some illicit trading.
She kind of looks to you as you say that, and you're like, shit, Sparkhammer? Are you certain?
Well, that's where the box was, with which transported the Queen in.
And she looks to Blossom and she's like, and you say there were more bounders?
Yeah, apparently he had a Moorbounder. I want one.
He kind of looks to Firion like she's not sure if she believes Gertrude initially, and then the Blossom thing is like Anna adding to it. It's like
there's no more bounders. We attempted a poorly constructed ruse to
I see.
gather information.
Your friend is very interesting. If
A ruse? He had a Moorbounder, definitely.
I certainly hope not to see a Moorbounder within the city.
Oh.
It would be hard to miss. But let me get back. You're saying you are certain, absolutely certain that this is Sparkhammer. But you know who the Sparkhammers are, right?
No.
They are one of the most prosperous industrial families within Huppaduke. They are some of the families that helped found Huppaduke.
Do they own the mine? Or is that state owned?
And that is government owned.
Do they have their own mining operations?
They do not, no. They usually deal with trade from the different cities. They set up some of the commerce between all the cities. They are some of their family is well known for being entrepreneurs and also people with ideas, and they have helped found the current system of how we operate as trading cities along the Marrow Valley.
Well, I suppose just because we found it in a Spark Hammer warehouse doesn't make it necessarily a Spark Hammer issue.
Possibly. I tell you what, the current head of the Sparkhammer family is a man named Burles. He's quite a bore and quite a unwelcoming man, to be honest with you. If there's do you have any evidence to support this apart from the word of some warehouse worker?
No.
If I dropped out? No.
Nope. We're all just like, we saw physical signs of a large animal having broken free of a crate at the warehouse.
They said they'd already cleaned it up.
You have to understand that Burles is a powerful man within Huppadook, and if there was going to be anyone who could smuggle something into the city, now you've mentioned it, that it would be him. But a man of his power is not something I can easily just investigate. There would be consequences for me if it went wrong, and something that I cannot hedge my bets on, if you understand my saying.
Okay, yeah, you need to be sneaky about it.
She kind of looks towards Blossom and is like, yes.
Isn't that illegal, though?
She looks to you and she's like, perhaps, but if it means in the protection of my city, then I am more concerned in keeping Huppadook a safe place than what the official laws of the Empire are. And if it means that Burles himself is smuggling creatures such as rust monsters in the city for some kind of nefarious purpose, then I need really concrete evidence to be able to convict this man.
Sometimes you just gotta do sneaky things.
If he were to sneak, if it was his goal to sneak in rust monsters, how would he benefit?
I do not know. Perhaps he is being paid by someone else to do it. Perhaps he's simply, like I said, they run a trading operation and commerce between the different cities.
He wouldn't benefit from a. Well, would he have sympathies with the Kryn?
I doubt it. This is a man that, like I said, is a man of the Empire, is a man who helped the family help found Huppadook.
Did he help found it? Did they find? Did he found it for Huppadook or for gold?
She kind of looks down for a second. She's like, they are certainly a business family. I will say that much.
Maybe he's being framed, Gertrude. People frame each other all the time. My brother's always framed me for the messes in the kitchen.
I'll tell you what. She sits back in her chair and she's like, if you can all agree to keep this quiet and under the table, then I may have a proposition for you. Can I expect your discretion?
Yeah, but this. We'll pretend that it's not you telling us this, yeah, okay? And she casts minor illusion on her face to look like a rust monster.
What, on the Starosta's face?
Yep.
She just kind of sits back in the chair like, what are you doing?
I'm just making sure that you're sneaky enough so that it's not you telling us this information, and so we have plausible. What's the word, Gertrude?
Reliability.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that one.
She kind of looks towards Fury and she's like, I think there might be something wrong with your friend.
I wouldn't speak in the singular.
Yes.
Well, we help both safer mind, so
Can I expect your discretion? If not, then I think this conversation, unfortunately, is over. But you have proven to have some care for this town, and stopping Starmaster and now clearing the minds of these rust monsters, you've proven yourself more than capable for this kind of work.
You can count on me, Rust Monster. And she does a little salute.
Gertrude's like, I'll do what's right for Harper Duke.
And she looks towards you, Furion.
Whatever my companions decide, I work with them.
Very well. As your discretion is promised, then perhaps if Burles is guilty of this, then I will need some hard evidence to prove it. And Burles seems like the kind of man who is not likely to keep that kind of evidence in his place of business and more in his home. Burles lives on the Idleworks shelf. I can give you his address. I give you my permission to break into his house to find any evidence.
Oh, I'm pretty good at doing that.
However,
What?
if you are caught by him or his personal guard force, you may have seen them around. Black uniforms. You think back to when you visited the Firemark facility during the investigation of for Stalmar stuff, and you remember, I don't know if you remember seeing a number of guards that were wearing like different uniforms that weren't the Crown's Guard. It says, if his personal guard catch you and report it to Crown's Guard, I will have little choice in the matter but to call for your arrest. So this is a risk, but I can provide a large reward in return.
It sounds like
We'll
we're
have
on
to-
a risk, whereas you just
It is a risk.
shrug.
It is your decision.
You'll have to catch
You do not.
this.
It is your decision. It would be a large reward. I can offer 2,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that's a lot of gold, Gertrude. Is that a lot of gold, Gertrude?
That would be on top of the 500 I originally offered you.
That's extra gold.
I understand the danger, but sometimes these kind of matters need to be done under the table, and currently I am not in a position to do this. But the safety of Huppaduke is the most important to me at the end of the day. And
What
you...
happens if we ended up killing any of the guards?
She kind of sighs and she's like, again, I cannot guarantee that it would lead to jail time for any of you. But if you are threatened in self-defense, that is perhaps a different matter. I will do what I can, obviously, but I do not want to see this fall back on me because it threatens my position in Huppaduke.
Oh, it won't, Rust Monster, don't worry.
But it's your choice. You do not have to accept this mission. I know it is dangerous and it is risky, but to...
Nothing's too risky. We're really good and also really sneaky.
What do you say?
Looks at Blossom and she looks at Fury.
Fine.
Yeah.
She looks at Furion for confirmation.
So it is.
Very well. If you manage to acquire this evidence, then bring it here, and then your reward shall certainly be in tow.
Blossom walks up to her, tries to shake her hand.
Yeah, she shakes her hand.
Thank you, Rust Monster, and we'll be back soon. Shh, does the little shh sign.
Yes, please make sure your friend does not, spread the word of this too much.
What, the mission from the Rust Monster?
She's looking towards Gertrude and Furion and kind of ignoring Blossom.
Varian stands up and just says, "Some forces are beyond mortal control," and walks out of the door.
Gert scowls a bit and just walks out.
Yeah. Okay, and with that, we will end today's session.
Ah,
Hmm.